and welcome to Route 66. We are here with our Shattered Star game. We're actually currently in an interlude set between two adventures, but what Shattered Star is an adventure path set in 1st edition Pathfinder that is a group of 6 unique adventures that'll take our PCs from levels 1 to like 16 to 18, somewhere in that ballpark. And they're all kind of linked into a single overarching campaign. And last week we just finished book 4, so today we'll be getting into kind of some interlude stuff, some intrigue, maybe some stuff that our players have had going on in the background. That's
Stuff
what we're
and
doing.
things.
What's that?
Stuff and things.
Stuff and things, yes, accurate. As to who we are, Ava, tell them who you are.
Hi, I'm Avari. I play video games at Avari2 on Twitch, Hamaset.com. I'm looking for that castle for you guys right now because apparently it's a hot topic.
They found
Did
it in
they?
chat.
They found it.
Yeah.
Oh, because I don't have chat open right now. Anyway, good job. You guys are smart. I play
now that they know
Faya,
where it
the
is, we have
human
to move it.
witch, who's, super smart, unlike me. Yay.
I disagree. Thank you. Alvin.
Hi, that's me. I'm Alvin. I'm playing as Olak, the half-orc war priest of Gorum. And just like every other day, or every day, I have my cat P40 on my lap sleeping.
Thank you.
Other than that, I also have another cat named Pickles. I don't stream. I like Gundams, and
You don't scream or stream?
yes to both.
That tracks.
And behind me is a bunch of my Gundams over there on the shelves. They're in boxes because my cat tried to chew the hands.
Thank you. Thank you.
Eventually,
That
I'll
looks,
get a glass case for them.
Looks like quite a few in my little squinty eye appraisal.
There's a
of
lot.
that. Yeah, it looks like it. Ashley.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
I'm Ashley. I almost said I play Saraha. I play Sayoni.
You can do that today. I don't have any brain cells.
You don't have spells, unless you do. If you've got spells, I'll totally do it.
I got no brain cells. Got some spells.
I play Sayoni. She's a human sorceress. She's pretty cool. Just, blow stuff up. That's pretty much it. And when I'm not playing Sayoni, you can find me at Pixabon Studios on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon. I make unique stuff there, like this little guy. Hello.
Oh my gosh.
He's good.
The umbrella.
I wish it would focus better, but yeah. That's it.
Thank you. Saraha.
Hi, I'm Saraha. I have no brain cells today, but I play Kyra. She's a cleric and a tank. And a level 13 tank now, so yeah. And more hit points.
Where can people find you? Anywhere? Off Route 66?
On the internet, I go by Saraha Games pretty much everywhere. So there you go.
Thank you. Michael.
Hi, Tim. What are we doing? Oh, intros, right. Sorry.
I feel that.
You pulled an
I'm-
Alvin.
Michael. I play Jonathan. That's the right order. Who is a halfling bard who does the things. Actually, he doesn't really do anything if you've been paying attention to any of the fights we have. He just kind of stands there. And
He casts Fireball.
he does cast a mean fireball. This is very true. Actually, it's not mean. It's kind of like that little alligator. If that alligator was a fireball, it's pretty much like that. It's small and cute. Kind of like Lem.
So you're saying he's small now.
Oh,
Hell, I don't have any brain cells either.
Oh,
But I will
no.
tell you, in the chat, the mystery of the castle has been solved by 2 people, which deserve a shout out. Any, with a little underscore, says it belongs to the Grand Duchy of Sir Spookington, which I totally believe.
That checks out.
And then X15221 claims that it is Kiltrin Castle, on the Shaw, it's some kind of a lawn, I don't know, of Lochshaw in Scotland. Apparently that's what that is. And there's also an Ashleaf in there who we'll give a shout out to as well, because he does nice things for us. So thanks, Ashleaf.
Wait, Ashleaf is Ashley. Ashlow is Ashlow.
Oh no, I don't know anything.
Although we do love Ashlow.
I have a Coke can somewhere. That's where I'm going.
Very carefully.
Oh, and for anybody who wants to stick around, Len Jonathan tonight is going to perform the most dangerous thing he's ever done. Stay tuned.
I'm
Getting a short bow.
suddenly terrified. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. And I am Tim. I'm the game master for this game. That means that I will be kind of adjudicating the rules, playing all the NPCs, the bad guys, the shopkeep, the animals. And I will be kind of taking the story as it is and presenting it in a palatable form for our players to tear into very tiny pieces and run away with while I chase after them screaming and crying. When I'm not running games on Route 66, you can find me on Twitch as Askell Archer streaming when I'm not on a long break. So that's us. How can you get involved tonight, chat? You can spend your hard-earned channel points to purchase a hero point once per game session, which will go to whichever player is in the active scene. And by the way, all of you should reset your hero point count to 1 hero point, I believe, because you've leveled up.
Oh.
Also, you can spend your channel points to purchase...
You mean we get one?
Add one?
I believe you reset to 1, correct?
Oh, reset.
Rules lawyers?
I thought we add one. That's how we've been doing
We
it.
haven't done that before, but
It might be add 1. If that's
we
what
said
we've been doing up
max
to this point.
3, but we add 1 when we level
Yeah,
up.
the max
Okay.
is 3.
Max is
but
3.
yeah.
I'm thinking of a different game set then.
I was like, oh god, we're resetting? Not that I have any.
That must be 2nd edition. I was thinking of Pathfinder, I think, actually. Right. Chat's Blessing. You can also spend your channel points to buy as many Chat's Blessings as you can afford. Those get put in a pool tracked in the lower right-hand... It's over this way. Lower right-hand corner of the map. And our players can spend those at a 1-for-1 ratio to give themselves +1 on any d20 roll, or to give me -1 on my own d20 rolls. They save lives. They save dignity. They matter. It makes a difference. So that's what you can do to get involved. That's all we got going on right now. So I think let's do some recap, yeah? All right.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So our PCs or you are the intrepid group of adventurers working for Venture Captain Sheila Hydemarch of the Pathfinder Society. You have been traveling across Varizia, collecting pieces of what's called the Shattered Star, a broken Thessalonian relic from 10,000 years ago that is said to have untold arcane power if you can reassemble the entire thing. Sheila Hydemarch wants to use this to defend Varizia against rising rune lords, or a third darkness, or mad, power-hungry tyrants, all of which have afflicted Varizia over the last 5 years. You've had some success. You've acquired now the Shard of Greed, the Shard of Gluttony, and the Shard of Envy. You have unfortunately misplaced the Shard of Pride. No, I'm missing one. And the Shard of Lust. You have the Shard of Lust also. Sorry. And have misplaced the Shard of Pride, as it was taken by former comrade turned into dominated traitor Celtiel, who you have yet to track down at this point. You know that the Shard of Envy that you have most recently collected from Windsong Abbey will guide you to the next shard, if you can only focus on it to perceive whatever vision it will show you. In the meantime, though, you've probably earned a rest. You have taken prisoner the fallen cleric Ardathanatus, formerly a cleric of Pharasma, formerly a cleric of Yamasoth, now just an unconscious, powerless, one-eyed elf. You made an alliance with the mummy high priest of Grotus, the god of the end of days, who agreed that there was no harm in you visiting a certain vault, which we will be covering today as well. You have a number of clerics up above on the Abbey grounds who you have rescued, and you still travel with the daughter of one of these clerics and a famous Pathfinder in her own right, Karaya Asmarin. So, where we're going to pick up today, you are still below Windsong Abbey, making your way away from the catacombs containing all of the mummies. Did we not move the tokens? I don't think we moved the tokens.
We were going to the thingy.
Yes.
Treasure room.
You were making your way towards. Let me just get everyone placed here so I can easily move. Okay. So I'm going to move you up here. And I'm going to remove Ardathanatus since I believe you guys are carrying him, correct?
Olak is.
Yeah.
Olak is.
Yeah.
Okay. So, give me one moment, and I will set the scene. Okay. That is E7? Okay. As you make your way north... Oops, that's D7. Sorry. As you make your way north, you can see the rough walls of an ancient chamber are decorated with luminous designs that create a lattice of spirals, with lunar symbols and tiny skulls decorating the ceiling. One set of designs on the face of the room's central pillar is larger than the others, and seems to be a line of runes which you had earlier translated as saying, "Present a key to the end times and utter the Groton invocation favoring the dead, and be counted as acolytes of the Harbinger of Last Days."
Oh, yeah.
So, what would you like to do?
You need to do that thing again?
I would say on your way back down here, you probably have already done it for today.
Okay.
Though, if I would have thought about it, one of you should have been suffering an initiative penalty, and I forgot last week.
What do you mean? We didn't come back this way before we fought anything, so...
You did. You went up and then rested and then came back down.
I asked you. You said
I
no.
forgot.
Yeah.
It's my fault. You guys, you didn't do anything
Well,
wrong.
I would have taken the initiative penalty. It's fine.
And I think you went last anyway, so.
I think so. That works out.
I'll
Didn't matter.
just recast Arcane Sight and head towards that door.
Okay.
I assume it needs the key.
It does. And I will note that since your fight with Ardathanatus ended, and kind of since you've been gathering up your resources and making your way back here, the wind song has quieted and is no longer playing.
I will open the door, assuming it has the normal spells on it.
Let me make sure. Yep. Okay. You follow the same ritual you have before, putting the skull key into the lock and turning it. The door opens.
I
And
jump into the pile of treasure. Just
beyond,
kidding.
you see
And it-
several large, ancient-looking pottery vessels sitting in a room amid a scattering of ancient coins and shining gemstones.
Magic Arcane Sight.
With Arcane Sight, aside from the preservative enchantments in the walls, the door, the floors, etc., you can see arcane glows coming from inside the urns.
I'll cast Mage Hand, go in there and scoop it out.
Okay. Scooping out the first urn, you find some kind of magic amulet.
Just in case there's snakes in there, you never know.
We don't like snakes.
You want a spellcraft check? Yes.
Are you taking this? And you'd have to.
I'm holding it in front of me with Mage Hand.
Okay. I guess I can see that working.
I'm going.
Wait, what are you doing? I missed it.
It's just magically molesting some
One more time.
amulets.
No, this. Not this. This.
With your
Different.
spellcraft of 26, let me double check the DC because I have forgotten. It's 15 plus cast level. You got 26. Okay. You identify this as. Wait.
Go on.
Let me make sure.
Oh, the anticipation.
Sorry.
The suspense. It's building.
Maybe if you do the thing again, it'll happen.
Okay, that's what I thought. You identify this amulet as. Does it not have a name?
Yes.
Oh, an
Go
amulet
on.
of proof against detection and location.
Ooh. Proof against detection and. What?
You should take that
And
Location.
for when all the people scry against you who you're
I
spying
know,
on.
when I'm spying on them, so they can't spy on me.
Just what you need.
I've got call blocking, so only I can call you. You can't call me back.
That's the way. If you're gonna stalk, you got to do it safely.
Yeah. Next, I'll scoop out the next urn with the Mage Hand.
Okay. The next urn, you find actually there are 2 items, a pair of bracers.
Is it 1 check or 2?
1.
Okay. Oh, I got a 19. I rolled a 1. Is that enough?
No.
I will cast Identify. And try again.
33.
33. I'm rolling really bad today.
You identify these as bracers of armor plus 5.
Ooh. Holy shit. I'm just gonna give those right to Olak. Are you guys okay with that?
Yep.
Or Kyra?
Wait, what is it?
Bracers
Armor
of
plus
defense
5.
plus 5.
I already have armor.
Extra.
Can you
Does
not
it
wear
not
it if you
stack?
already have armor?
It's an armor bonus.
Oh.
Oh, it has to be somebody unarmored? Is that how it works?
Yeah, because this is an
It does
AC
not
bonus.
stack with armor.
Oh! Lem, do you wear armor?
I do.
Really?
Okay, Faya. Let's
Yes.
fight for it.
Wait, can you put it on dodgy?
Yes.
Will it resize to fit Dodgy?
Stick it on his tail.
I feel like that won't fit.
Yes, actually, I believe it will.
I think it would be better on one of us.
Or stick it on dragon.
He'll just sleep in it.
What's your armor usually?
Well, I always have mage armor on, so it's 23 at the moment.
Not stack, I think.
I'm not stacking with anything that I'm aware of.
Mine is 20 with mage armor.
Yeah, so you
You should wear 'em.
take. You
Yeah.
take.
Sure.
Who's
Okay,
taking
I'll
them?
scoop out. I guess me
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sione.
For my notes, are you putting them on now?
Yes.
Okay.
If they're not cursed.
They're not. They're bracers of defense.
Did you say there was another one in another vessel?
Yeah, there were, what did I say, 5?
She's done 2.
I'll scoop them. I'll scoop them all out. Scoop, scoop, scoop. And I'll just lay them out.
Okay. The next ones are, there's a medallion, a ring, and the 5th one you can't get with mage hand. It's too heavy.
Heavy. Okay, so these are those 2. 1, 2.
No. We gotta go one at a time.
1, 2.
What are you trying to identify?
35. The first one you said.
The medallion.
The medallion.
35. This is a cursed item.
How do I know that? Can I identify that?
Yeah.
I can't do that with
Yeah.
arcane sight.
Spellcraft check. You made the spellcraft check.
Okay, what is it though?
It is a medallion of thought projection. It seems like a medallion of thoughts. However, thoughts that you overhear while wearing it are muffled and distorted and require a will save to work them out. And while whoever's wearing this amulet thinks they're picking up the thoughts of others, all they're really hearing are just little whispers created by the medallion itself. They're illusion. They generally are enchanted to always be plausible to whatever's going on around you. And actually, the medallion broadcasts the thoughts of whoever's wearing it to creatures in the path of its beam.
Oh my god. Can the curse be removed and will it function like a regular item or no?
No. It is inherently bound into the item.
Okay, guys, this is cursed.
Just leave it.
It's not good. I'm just gonna put it right back.
Can
So-
you remove
I mean, we can sell it still.
Why
Sell
would
this
you-
to someone?
But
You'd
why
have to
is
trick them.
I mean,
you
there's.
can't. You
it...
shouldn't
No,
touch
never
it.
mind.
You should not
But-
touch it.
Can you not remove curse?
I mean, someone out there would probably want to buy some cursed items.
Or I think removing the curse would
If
just
you
make
wanna
it
touch
not a
it
magic item anymore.
And take it. I guess that's up to you. It will broadcast your thoughts to others, just so you know.
I mean, I
Freya
can
kinda
cast
smiles.
remove curse on it, but that's just gonna make it a necklace. It's not gonna make it.
Yeah, chuck it in a bag of holding, and with the mage hand, with
Will
the
remove curse work like that, or does that have to be on
No,
creatures?
what remove curse would do
No,
is
It
take
does objects.
It would let you remove it from your person. So normal cursed items, once you put them on, you can't take them off. It would let
Yeah.
you remove it.
But the curse wouldn't go away.
I believe that is
Okay.
correct.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's going back in there.
Yeah, we don't.
For the next item, I got 29.
I
We
think
can
I think
sell.
Olak had a good point though. Like, it's still a magic item. Someone
If
might
you
buy it.
touch it, you won't
you
be
can't
able
touch
to
it.
let go of it.
So
Yeah.
don't
What
touch
if
it.
you don't touch it?
Do your do-do-do thing.
I'm not doing that.
I'll hold my bag open for her.
No.
Guess y'all should learn how to cast Mage Hand, huh?
Wait, will I get cursed if I use a stick?
I put a
Wait.
snake in there with it.
Where's the necklace lying on? Is it in the
I
pot?
put
It's
it
in
in
the urn
pot.
again. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna grab the urn.
Can you grab the urn and carry our Dathanatus?
All right, Freya, pop that open.
Urn our death and
I'll open my purse.
Okay.
Peony will roll her eyes.
And you're dumping the medallion into it?
The urn.
The
in
whole
there.
urn? You're taking the
Oh,
urn with you.
Oh no! How much does the urn weigh?
Yeah, can it fit in there?
Oh, jeez. The urn, which I did not anticipate you just taking these urns.
Guys, this is going to backfire. This isn't a good idea. Kyra,
Yeah,
tell
just
them.
leave it. I don't listen.
I think
I don't
it's a
think we
great.
should take it either, but they never listen to me, so.
At least you're aware.
Olak, it's a fat loot. You should
She
take it.
learned.
The urn
She
weighs
knows
40 pounds.
Okay, I have an idea. Olak, can you show me the item?
No,
Oh,
don't
no.
do it, Olak.
Don't do it.
Olak.
Looking inside the urn, now that you can kind of see, it looks like there's some kind of a foul crust inside the urn.
Okay. Philly, do we have access to our new spells?
No.
Damn it. I'm gonna mage hand and take it.
Okay. Some of the crust kind of shakes a little loose,
Ew.
leaving a bit of a residue behind.
I'm sure that's fine.
Are you sure we don't have access to our new spells?
I'm sure. Not
Yeah,
until
we
you rest.
don't.
No, why do you gotta do this to me? I'll be right back. I'm gonna dimension door with the item. I could take it right with mage hand. That's still active.
No.
Oh, no?
No. Dimension
Okay,
door,
well,
you'd have
I
to-
would I would know that, then I won't do it.
Okay, yeah. You'd have to physically handle it, I'm afraid.
Damn it. I'm just gonna hold it there with Mage Hand and, like, out of their grasp.
Oh, Faye, as soon as, like, Oleg was bringing the urn to put it, she was, like, starting to close back. It no fits.
There is still
Like,
the ring which
no.
you removed from the 4th
I
urn.
got a 29 on that.
Scroll a bit here. That was a... Got it. 29.
Yes.
Okay, that is a ring of feather falling.
Oh, neat.
What's the last turn? Something big.
Yes. Olak, will you tip that urn over, please?
Oh, I was just gonna check it over and decide.
Okay.
Gently.
Nah.
A dark, polished little stone rolls out. Along with some crusties from whatever strange...
Ooh, more crusties.
Goop is in there.
Can I
Spellcraft.
examine the goop?
Yeah.
The crust. You got me. You said it enough times.
She
Faye
likes the goop.
Make a knowledge planes check.
Is that
Not expecting
a
planes.
gelatinous slime?
19.
19. You're not sure what this is. You're confident it's not natural, whatever it is.
Is it alive?
Doesn't seem to. There's not enough for it to be alive. It's like there was something more in here, and now there's just... like it's all dried up and has left behind this crust.
I got a 29 on the spellcraft for it.
29?
Yeah.
This is a cursed item called
What's
a
this one?
Stone of Weight.
Wow.
Whoever's holding it has their walking speed reduced by half. And once picked up, it cannot be disposed of by any non-magical means. If it's thrown away, if it's destroyed, it will just reappear on your person.
Oh, Marizil had one of these for a while.
I'm gonna point at it and cast Eroding Ray at it.
I gotta take a look at how this works. The object takes 9 points of damage. Okay.
10 points of damage.
10 points of... Yes, point blank shot.
Its spell level gives each spell level on it gives it plus 10 to its HP.
You mean caster level?
Yes.
I do ignore hardness and damage
Yep.
reduction if it has that.
Okay. Your ray only leaves the faintest of scratches on it.
Really?
I had to learn for that because of what Steely did with my greatsword.
And
I'm
you're
gonna-
welcome.
I'm gonna also cast Eroding Ray on the amulet.
The medallion, you mean? It's not
Yeah.
an amulet.
Or
The amulet was something else.
Not the amulet. The medallion.
That's
Oh,
very
that-
Again,
wasteful.
casting on the amulet, 7 points of damage. It's hardly a scratch.
Oh,
Keeping
have
in
you
mind
just
that
been
if they have 10
folding
hit
our
points
death
per
and
caster
others?
level, most magic items are going to have hundreds of hit points.
That is also a cursed item. Wouldn't recommend touching it.
Alright, let's go.
Well, what are all the gems and stuff? You said there was old.
Yes, there's gems and coins all over the place.
Is there a bloodstone worth 500 gold?
They are all gemstones, like very
That's very
minor
specific.
gemstones or pieces of coral.
Coral.
But there are a
Can-
total of 50. None of them are bloodstones.
50 gems.
Mm-hmm. Well, 50 gems or
Gems and
pieces of
coral.
coral. Combined, it's 50.
I will
Coral.
gather those up. Do you have like a weight, or is it?
Assume weightless, since no weight is
Okay.
specified on these.
What about the money. I'll put that in the bag too.
Yeah, take it.
There are.
Get my vacuum
It'll take
out.
a while. It's all silver. But there are 4,352 silver pieces scattered over the floor.
Boy.
What? How much? Sorry.
4,352. Though
Silver?
they are all of Thessalonian mint.
Oh.
Okay.
Which
Is
you need to specify.
That usable?
Yeah, I
These are
did.
not standard silver pieces.
Are they the same weight as regular silver pieces?
Yes.
Okay. I'm putting them in the bag of holding, so I just need to know that.
But they cannot be calculated with the rest of your silver. It has to be kept separate.
No, I kept it separate. I did. I'm gonna throw that thing back in the pot.
Which thing?
Medallion. The medallion.
Boring.
Just tip the other urn on top of the cursed stone. Flip it upside down.
I'll put like a cup on top of it, like you would a spider.
Mhm.
And then I'll let it
So
free
you're
outside.
taking the money, the gemstones, the coral, the bracers, and the amulet, correct?
And the ring.
And the ring.
Oh, she's
and
breaking
ring.
the amulet.
That's what I missed. I didn't write down the ring.
No, the medallion is what she's
Oh.
leaving. The amulet
Yep.
is what we're taking.
The black
Wait, what
stone.
ring?
Ring of
Feather
feather
falling.
falling. Okay.
I already have that.
Are we good to go?
My boots of featherfall.
We will head out.
Okay. Let me put that there. There we go. Trying to be better about taking notes, so as I'm discovering how best to organize my notes, I apologize. It's taking me a little longer to get things situated than normal.
Tim, I actually have a spell ready for something.
Oh?
I would like to cast detect secret doors as we're going.
Ah, okay. Hit the button. Duration on that is going to be up to
13
minutes.
13 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
I will let you know if you detect a secret door.
You haven't been casting that.
I haven't been preparing it.
Aw.
Because I have to heal people.
Oh.
And now Kyra's here, so. Yay
Okay.
me.
You guys are making your way out of the catacombs.
Yes,
When
sir.
you reach this room, Faya, you detect a secret door.
Which one? This one?
Yep.
Yep.
There's a
Where is
secret
it?
door. And once you stop and start focusing, you find that it's right here.
Oh, I moved over to bring my character dodgy. Right where? What side?
In the middle of the western wall.
Faye's just gonna stare at the door.
See something, Faye?
Actually, looking at it, it's more of a concealed door than a secret door.
I'm gonna open it.
It doesn't seem to open. In fact,
Oh,
now that
look.
you're studying it, it looks like it's like someone stone-shaped or wall of stoned a doorway. Like it should just be open and somebody
Oh,
sealed
look.
it.
What?
It's a stone wall, Faya.
There's passage behind. Do you want to bust down door?
What am I supposed to do? My hands are full.
Put him down?
You
Here,
can put
Olaf,
him on
I
the
can-
ground. I'll keep
I
an eye
can
on
do
him.
it, Olak. Unless you want to.
Or you can just give me your sword and I can do it.
It's made of stone.
No, I'd like to see you try. Here.
Oh. Fanny's just gonna shake her head,
Throw down.
Okay.
cross her arms.
Let's go, Karaya.
It's
Come
the
on, roll
standard
on, girl.
greatsword, this adamantine.
Adamantine greatsword?
I would
Yep.
like to mark out where to go, and then may I go upstairs and look for other doors before my spell runs out?
Well, hang on. Let her take one swing here first. Let me
Okay.
see how long this will take. Because one swing might be enough to.
Really?
Yeah, let's see.
Because it's adamantine. It bypasses 20 hardness.
I thought it was stone though, like solid.
It is a wall of stone. Which has hardness 8 and 15 hit points per inch.
Per inch? That's gonna take forever.
Well, depending on how thick it is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at how thick a walled stone is.
Well,
Can
right.
be a
but
lot
you gotta,
or
like,
cannot be a lot.
You gotta like cut a hole in it,
1 inch per 4 caster levels.
like a cookie cutter.
Okay. So you said it is a great sword?
Yep.
Magic?
Nope. Olak makes it magic.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I cast magic weapon on it. It has plus... Does that dispel when I let go of it?
She hits the wall is the important takeaway. And just this one strike does nowhere near enough damage. Like, she cuts a gash into the wall, but it's just like you can see through it, but you can't get through it. And peering through, you can see what looks like a 30-foot by 10-foot stone hallway that ends at a strangely rounded dead end of stone.
Oh, it's plus 3.
Okay.
Okay, how you satisfied?
And Faya, you can see another one at the other end of this if you peer through the gash.
We need to keep going.
Do you mind if I take care
Going
of it?
there?
Yeah, get it, Sione.
I will slowly trace along the wall in like a arc door shape and cast pass wall.
Oh! Okay.
Bitch just has pass
You
wall.
create a 5 by 8 opening 10 feet deep, plus 5 feet per additional 3 casts. So how many feet deep is it?
As far as it'll go.
4 times 3, so 12. Wait, what? No.
5
There we
feet
go.
per 3 additional levels. So 20 feet
So
more.
it'd be 30 feet deep, right?
Yeah, 30
What?
feet total.
Oh yeah.
So your pass wall actually will go far enough to cover the other wall stone.
There you go.
So with that being the case, I'm gonna illuminate this,
Ooh.
and Sione has opened. Just right.
Whoa.
You can see
Oh,
natural sunlight.
man.
Oh.
Remember the
Wait,
things that were in the other cave?
Yeah.
In fact, as you kind of step out into the, or through the second former wall of stone, you can see that it is a wide tunnel sloping down to the west before opening out onto a beach outside.
Is there
Though
anything
you'd
out
be
there?
standing on a ledge 5 feet above the ground here.
Well,
can
how
kinda see
long
the
has
ledge
it been since the fight started?
Actually, it wouldn't be natural sunlight, it would be evening, but it's been, oh God, we'll say probably, considering all of the exploration time, patching yourselves up, examining the
We
gear,
didn't even
counting
do that.
money.
We
Probably
didn't
an
do any
hour.
patching up.
Well, you
Nope.
Wait, how
not
long
like
did you
not
say?
not healing hit points, but just like collecting yourselves, and because you did have some time after Ardathanatus, in which you were
How-
like looting him, and
How long did you say?
about an hour since the fight.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just float out here. I still have
Okay.
what do you call it?
Once you float out over
Overland flight.
the crashing waves, looking up, you can see there's the entire cliff face all the way up to Windsong Abbey at the top.
I'm gonna quickly get out my metal detector and look for treasure. Scanning with my arcane sight.
You don't. Your arcane sight is not giving you any hits.
Okay, it's pretty long range, 120 feet.
There's a couple rings in the ocean that were magical.
Nothing out here.
Some guy went down and got it for her baby, you know.
Fun bit of trivia: if you guys had searched the base of the cliff before entering Windsong Abbey, potentially
Could have went in this way.
you could have come
Could
in
have just gone
through
in
here
this way.
and skipped like 4 floors of the
But we
abbey.
would have
Yeah,
had to
but
fight everything
XP
eventually
versus-
anyways.
It's true. It's true.
Ione, what do you see?
There's nothing out here. Just sand,
But what do you see? What's there?
rocks, water.
Maybe we should seal this.
No, I have a
It was
better
already
idea.
sealed.
I think we should go back to the Abbey this way.
Instead of walking through the rest of the...
Yeah, because remember the giant lady? She was really partial to this guy. If she sees us carrying up his bloody, broken body, she may decide she doesn't like us much anymore.
Why walk at all? Why don't we just dimension door?
How many people can you dimension door?
Let me check.
I mean, we're all here. It's right there. You could cast a fly spell, and we could just not worry about it.
It'd be easier to dimension door. I can't fly as one person at a time.
Don't you
I
have the
can-
spell slots, Yanni?
Yeah, don't
It
you?
would take less to use dimension door. I like to be efficient. And yes, I
That's
do
why
have
she
the
has
spell
so
slots.
many.
I think you should prove you have the spell slots.
No, it's not necessary.
How
Her
about
idea.
I leave with Kyra and the rest of you can walk?
I'm not leaving Ardap and Edis.
I can
bring him
dimension door. I don't have to be left behind.
Well, then
I
what's
could
the
just go back
problem?
to hide much.
Well,
Wait, what?
We,
why don't we dimension
we really
door?
shouldn't go back there.
Can we just walk upstairs or something? Can we just go?
No, I don't. We shouldn't go back that way. The giant might get really pissed off. Like, we're here. Why don't we just go up?
Then we'll kick
He's
her ass
afraid of
again.
Sione.
Kariah, stop it. That's not the answer. She was perfectly civil
But-
to us. We're not going down. Stop.
Can
You
be
stop
an
it.
answer.
Doesn't have to be a fight.
I mean, the giant was afraid of Sione.
I would kindly like to turn around and go back and look for more secret doors on my way up.
That's because Ione's an extortionist.
Okay.
What?
Well, there she goes.
Oh, let's follow her then.
Alright, you guys make your way up to the next floor up. Looking at the route.
Wait,
Actually, hang on, let me just
why
move
can't we
this.
disguise them? I don't know. Do you guys
you
have
have
like
a
a
way to
paper
do
bag?
that?
No, I don't have a paper bag.
From here, which way
Let's
are you
put
going?
a
Just the most direct route, like that?
Well, let's just put a sack on his head then.
Is
Um,
that
I'll
sack?
go. I'll actually go. See if I can. I want to go this way because this wall seems kind of weird for me.
Okay.
so.
And you guys take this south passage, walking about, going past the chamber where you fought 2 Gongoranens simultaneously, fought in quotes because obviously you sent them home. Making your way north to the stairs up, and you see no secret doors along the way.
Dang. This is too big to cover. Okay.
Going up?
Yep.
Okay. You guys continue making your way. Whoops. Up. Where's the stairs this time?
This feels like forever ago.
Right? Actually, that is the stairs right there. The stairs ascend into a room, the walls of which have been painted in a mural depicting like a much wider abandoned temple. The
Which
that
one are we
kinda gives
going up?
vertigo.
This one?
Yes,
Oh,
This one.
here.
that one? Okay, yeah.
And then you make your way south, back into the chamber with the prophecy on the wall.
Okay, which is...
And I believe that
This
was the
one?
one that lets you cast divination once per day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I go here real quick and see if there's secret doors there?
Mhm. Going into the other muraled room, You see no secret doors.
Okay, I leave.
We've done that, right? Within 24 hours already?
No, you haven't.
Can we do that before we go?
But we.
Why do you want to cast divination?
What I talked to you about before. Regarding Celtial.
You want to do that now?
I mean, if it's a free path,
Yeah.
can I do it or no?
You just have to write on one of the scraps of parchment painted on the wall.
Oh, I thought you had to be able to cast the spell to do it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Let me double check that.
Or it has to be like on your
Once
spell
per day,
list.
the parchment strips can be used. Oh, you're correct. Can be used to cast divination as if the fresco were a scroll of divination. So yes, you have to be able to cast divination.
I mean, do you feel comfortable doing that, Kyra?
I can, yeah. What specifically do you want me to ask?
Let me see here.
But yeah, if you want to keep exploring, you don't have to wait for us.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't want your spell.
I'll follow
I'm gonna go
after
with
Feya.
Ditto.
Karaya will stay here to keep an eye on you two.
Please don't do anything with our death and addis until we get there.
My question is, where is Celtial? What is the where in Galarian is Celtial? I think that's as specific as I can. What city in Galarian on Galarian is Celtial in or nearest? Does that make sense? Is this gonna fuck me? These always fuck us over.
Do you just want to ask, like, yeah, I mean, the last time we asked, it was a very vague answer.
Right, I'm trying to be very specific. So,
It will offer advice in reply to a question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity that is to occur within 1 week.
oh, that's
Yeah,
divination. Okay.
So it'll give you advice,
Okay,
basically.
so advice on helping free Celtial from Orion.
How, like, asking how we can help free Celtial from Oriel?
Yes, from Oriel's control. Yes.
Okay. I will
Kill him.
ask that when I use the little scroll thing.
Okay, so you tear off the
Take
little strip
10
of paper and
minutes.
start penning.
Oh, it does?
Actually, no,
Yeah.
no. It's treated as a scroll, so it's only a
Oh.
standard action.
I was like, this spell takes 10 minutes.
No, it's a free. It's a true blue freebie. You jot down your question, and you see the figure, that long, gangly, pale. I hesitate to call him a human. Begins to scribble something, and his own parchment extends, getting longer, and his answer in the scroll, written in Thessalonian, says. I'm trying to think of the most simple way to present this. Let Sebrael conquer is the answer.
What is that, like a combination of their names, Sione? What's that?
I assume you told me that. Yes.
Well, you can read it
Mhm.
too,
Oh,
I
I can
think.
read it, right?
It's in
I know how to read.
Thessalonian. I mean,
No.
well,
Sibrael is the, I think he is a demon or a devil of some kind. He's the one who has Celtial's sister captive. He is talking to Celtial's father. Let him conquer. Not a very good answer, but thank you for
Well.
trying.
All right, I guess we'll go catch up with the rest of them.
Okay. As you guys and Karaya make your way up the stairs just behind you, Feya and the rest of you came up over here. Near this still covered in bodies orb through which a priest of Grotus might scry upon you.
Oh my gosh, do you think Candemarius was just watching us the whole time?
Got a TV?
I'm sorry, that's over here. No, you're up here. I had the wrong flight of stairs. Which way did you
fine.
want to go, Feya?
I'm gonna look for. Can I? I'm gonna be really weird about this, and I'm gonna try and. What was here?
That was the
this area.
walls that went up, and they were in a little they went up to the main part
Trapdoor.
of the abbey. They were like a little trapdoor down,
Oh,
And
and they were
had
just
bricked
sealed
off.
bricked walls. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna walk around this circle. Like, you know when Grandma Power walks in the morning kind of thing?
Yes,
Faye's gonna do that.
very well. Now, mind you, it would. There's only so fast you can be moving because you can only single move. Since each round you have to use a standard action to look. But following your circuit, you see no sign of a secret door until you make your way back to the northernmost chamber.
Yep, and I will look in this room. This room. Ah, there we go.
The cellar?
Yes, the cellar.
No sign of a secret door.
Okay.
I would say by this point, Sione and Kyra have caught up with you guys, since you kind of took the long way around.
Okay, cool.
The giant, by the way, would have been over here.
Okay.
So there would have been a quick pass, but it's up to you if you wanted to go in there and show, like, hey, look who I've got, or if you just wanted to kind of quickly, like...
No, I'm with Lem. We definitely shouldn't let her see him. He has a good point.
I can try to make his face look a little bit different with some magic.
No, she's over off to the side. Like, as long as we just don't go over there, we're fine.
Well, I just want to make his face look a little bit different. He won't mind. Doesn't hurt anything. So I'm going to cast Silent Image on his face and try to overlay the image of a clown.
Now, can that move with you?
Yes, it can. You can move the image within the limits of the size of the effect, which is his face, and it is concentration.
Well, right, but as you carry him, you'd leave his face behind.
Well, that's pretty fun.
I mean, that's kind of funny, though.
So, like, for,
Yeah, I'm
for
kinda
about-
there for
Leaving
that.
a clown image face.
For, like, actually, for most of this floor, the illusion lasts. But once you guys are going up the steps, back up to the main floor of the Abbey, there's just a point where, like, you pass through, it's almost like you pass through an invisible wall and you can just see, like, a floating spectral clown face just above the stairs.
I'm there for it.
I like that.
And then you guys are out,
Okay,
back in the Abbey.
I think before we go, I mean, I don't think they're gonna be too happy we left this guy alive, even though I told them many times that's what we were doing.
Well, they
Oh.
didn't do anything to help, so I figure they don't get any say-so about it.
Okay, an excellent
Second
point.
that.
Thank you for bringing that up, Karaya. I agree. But I would like to, if we can find a symbol of Pharasma, I would like to find that, and then I would like to wake up our Dathanatus and speak with him.
For what it's worth, she's gonna add kind of, well, almost like she completely tuned out on everything else that you just said. I don't think my father will care.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute.
So why don't we take him into one of these side rooms? Just
No, I want him to be in the Ferris Pharasma. I feel like that is a good place for
You
him.
want to do this in front of everybody?
Wait. You. Where's some scarab? Come on.
What?
Oh, Karaya.
Oh, right.
She still has my scarab.
Yes, take it.
I've
I
had this
like-
for a while.
I fully think that our Dathanatus should stand
It's my
trial and
scabby.
answer for what he's done, but I think that we need to give him a chance to choose to change his ways and
So do you want to take him up there and wake him up? Is that what you want to do, or do you want to wake him up down here and have a little chat?
no, I want to take him up there and pick him up.
Oh, all right. What's to stop him just asking, from I don't know, waking up and murdering everybody?
Some Olak
Oh.
brand therapy.
Besides
Sure, he'll
Olaf,
be-
what's
I've-
the guarantee?
I figure he'll be tied, and I think the
Some
enchantments
pre-Olak therapy.
I think the enchantments on the Ferris Pharasma don't allow you to teleport or anything, so he can't leave. And there are
Okay.
more of us than him, and he has no access to Yamasoth anymore.
You and Olak are still pretty hurt, so why don't we get you feeling better before we go up there, just in case he gets a little rowdy? I mean, there's no
Okay.
sense in being unready, you know?
I don't want to make any conflict with your plans, but if he's unconscious, won't it kill him to bring him through the forbidden spell?
I was about to bring that up.
We brought Zalarum up there. How did
Actually,
we
I'm
do
gonna think about that. Would that actually kill him, silly?
I think you got Zalarum through because I forgot that spell did this. I believe if you don't give
Well, and
the
they
password,
dimension door right up into there too.
No, we didn't. We were outside, and I'm pretty sure he said it because we told him to say it.
I'm not familiar
He
with
was-
most
no,
of these
Zalarum
high
was-
level.
we have to
Zalarum?
retcon. We would have to retcon since you didn't technically
Oh no,
kill
I'm
him.
thinking about the other priest.
He would have had to
Yeah.
have been woken up and told to say it.
Say
Okay.
it, bitch.
So more likely, I'm inclined to think he was probably stuffed.
Well-
Something was stuffed in his mouth. He was hogtied and is not in the lighthouse. He's probably being kept in one of the rooms in the rest of the abbey.
There. I just channeled energy twice, so Olag and I and anybody else that needs healing.
Well, I need healing.
In fact, we'll say this tower over here. He's probably being held prisoner in there, and all four of the werebears stand guard over him.
That actually works out pretty well.
Is everyone comfortable with that retcon?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I
So
can do this once and twice. 24. Wait, no, I miscounted that.
21.
22.
Oh, 22, yeah. That's to
Channel energy.
who?
All of us in range.
Are you
Oh, thank
including our Dathanatus in that?
I did not. I selected the
No. Math is hard.
So Olak clutches the holy symbol, Kyra doing the same, both of them kind of quietly, or maybe not quietly in Olak's case, praying, spreading sunlight and red hot heat of battle over each of you, filling you with adrenaline. and
Let us know you'll be healed
soothing.
by Goram.
It's a very conflicting bit of healing. Like there's the adrenaline pumped up for a fight and soothing, calm, gentle therapy from Kyra.
Okay. So, sorry, where is Zalarum? Or yeah, where is he
Zalarum
now?
is being held in this building.
Okay, cool. And you said the werebear guys were.
Yep.
Then if that's the case, I think that maybe we should just chill right here, right outside the Ferris Pharasma. Wake him up that way, but we need a way to restrain him.
We can tie him up and make sure he can't talk.
Hey, there's just some small-sized barrels downstairs, right?
Don't need to shove him in a barrel.
You said you wanted him restrained.
I think rope would work pretty good.
Yeah, and on your way up, I know you guys had talked about this last week.
Oh yeah.
You could have
searching
picked up
for
some rope if you wanted.
some rope.
But barrels.
We didn't see any. I guess it's too late to say. Never mind. Mariah, do you think that were there any symbols of Pharasma up in the lighthouse? No, none anywhere. This entire abbey.
We haven't had a cleric of Pharasma here in some time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was him.
Yeah.
So
I can ready a counter spell in case he tries to cast something.
So
I
we're going
think
to time up,
that's a good idea.
put stuff in his mouth. Sione can be ready. And...
Oh, we need to talk to him.
The door of the lighthouse opens,
Don't
by
we?
the way, and Casimir,
I think he needs to listen first.
as well as Gain, both come walking out to meet you, kind of in the courtyard.
Okay.
I see you've accomplished your goal. You are
We
all
have.
safe?
Yes, I think so.
Good.
Pariah?
I am well. Good. Then it is done?
Almost.
Completely?
We shut the door.
What door?
The
We
The
saw
Doomsday
Yama
door.
we should probably tell you
Oh yeah.
about some things.
But maybe we should get everybody together and do it once.
Yes, that's a smart way of doing it.
Over
They're all
dinner?
here.
Gain actually has moved over and is inspecting our Dathanatus. What are we going to do with him?
I would like to offer him a chance to correct his wrongdoings. He still needs to face actions for his consequences, but
No, he's
yeah.
going to be offered a chance. It's not really up for discussion.
This seems fitting, I suppose. Such is the will of the Midnight Lord, that all are given a chance to make the ultimate sacrifice, should they so choose.
I
Or-
understand you need clerics here anyways.
There was my idea. If you guys don't agree with that, you guys could all like fight it out on the ring.
No, hold on.
That is not our way, and will not, as long as the faith of Gorham is not in charge here. Though there is much rebuilding. We are few. We will need clerics of nearly every faith to rejoin.
There is also the issue of outside. Are they still out there making camps?
Oh, not anymore.
Oh, you took
Wait,
that?
Oh.
what do you mean
Oh,
not
Gain
anymore?
took care of them.
Not just me, I can't take all of the credit. Even old Nildis got his bow. We hit them during the
You
night.
You got Nildis.
I'm
He's
so
alright.
sorry, Olak.
Snooze, you lose.
Alvin's face!
I know you
He's
wanted
so
to.
mad.
I love it, and I hate that I love it.
Friend, you didn't miss out on much. They hardly put up any fight at all.
That's why I was going to take them all of them. Ah!
Oleg just goes
Oh,
smashing
like, go
things.
scream it out there. Just.
It was not a glorious battle. We took the form of our Dathanatus to get close. Used a great many offensive spells in certain faiths. He glances uncomfortably at Gain, who kind of... We did.
I wanted to put a giant's head on a pike.
Oh, as long as it was done effectively and they're gone, that's what counts.
Their corpses are still out there. What's left of them?
That's not the same.
So,
Ah,
what do you want to do?
Who? Me?
Yeah, this is
Oh.
this is your show. What do you want to do?
Well, before we do anything with him, we should tell them what happened downstairs.
I think so.
Karai, do you want to get your dad? I bet he'd like to see you.
No, I'm fine, thank you. And you can see Casimir kind of deflate a little bit.
All right. Would you like me to go get your dad?
He's standing right
there.
here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was still up there and the other two were down here. My bad.
Casimir and Gain are here. Nildis is the one who's still up there.
Ah.
Old
Well, we
man
should
Nildis
get-
is upstairs.
Well, he's the one that needed a sandwich, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is
Okay.
Nildis?
I think the assaults last night did him some good, but his powers are... I think his faith may be damaged in a way that may never recover.
I bet if he eats some more sandwiches, it'll get better. That guy looked like he needed a snack.
He has eaten some, and he's moving around much better now.
Yeah, he'll be alright.
I agree.
Well, Lem, Sione, I'll let you take the lead on telling everything that happened.
If you guys want, you can sew, and then...
I'll start it out by saying, turns out there's a whole Temple to Grotas in the basement. And then I'll go from there.
Would you actually mind not Sione and maybe let the professional storytelling tell a story?
Oh,
Maybe
excellent.
you could add some special effects though. That'd be
Look, brings out his drum. Okay.
I'm actually very good at telling stories.
Anyways,
I feel like
For this, Karaya is going to take a walk and just kind of keep a watch from one of the towers.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Tell your story. I'm gonna go find Karai.
I mean, we're
Nope, walking
media
away.
res. He's skipping past that. But I will tell them everything.
4 hours later.
Okay.
I'll tell them Doomsday door. There's a mummy lord down there. He's chilling with it. I don't leave that out.
Casimir is more patient and seems content to listen as you tell the story. There's a couple of times where Gain starts to offer his own 2 cents and has to be shushed by Casimir. When you mention Yamasoth, they're both pretty pale and mortified by the talk of like the Doomsday door opening and
Actually, Olok didn't know that. Wait, there's a Yamasoft down there?
Oh
also
yeah,
Yamasoft.
Olak.
Oh,
You
yeah.
were out of the room when that happened.
That's just like all new to Olok.
So this Candemareus, you approved of his suggestion, I take it?
I mean,
We used him to help us in the fight because we didn't know if we could take him and, you know, everything else that was happening.
Oh, and look at it this way. You guys want like all like the clerics in here, right? He's basically the official, unofficial cleric of Crotus.
like the
Except
first
he-
one.
That is an interesting way of putting it, though I suppose. And Casimir looks at Gain now, kind of arching an eyebrow, almost a hint of mischief on his face. If we included him in our gatherings, made a spot in the circle for him, it would be easier to keep an eye on things, don't you think?
I mean,
Oh, I like that. Yes.
Is a mummy lord, just keep that in mind. But I did believe him when he said he would keep that door safe until
he
it's
just waits for the
supposed
end
to-
times.
It's
Yeah,
supposed to open according to a prophecy or something.
right. He was not happy with the Yamasoft thing, so he's just
Do
kind
you
of waiting.
speak Thessalonian?
Ooh, that might be a problem.
Oh yeah, he only speaks Thessalonian.
No.
So you'll need understand the spell to understand his language.
Well, that can be arranged. We're priests. We'll figure something out.
Oh, it's
There's-
also pretty juicy smelling, so yeah.
There is merit in all this. You know, he may be a mummy, but... we once had a priestess of Urgathoa, a vampire. Very unpleasant. She insisted on feeding during her our councils. Very unpleasant. We may
Hope her
do.
name was.
Well, it's it's your abbey, so if you want him present, he can stay.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to tell him to go. 'Cause
Yeah, you will have to deal
we're
with
not doing
him.
that.
The consequences either way.
The Midnight Lord teaches that all are capable of making the greatest of sacrifice. Who can say what this man's story is? He's worth
wasn't
a
very-
conversation.
He's not very chatty. I would suggest you keep it to the point.
I will speak with him. Though perhaps we should replenish the rest of our ranks somewhat before we approach him. If you're confident he's unlikely to open his door in the near future.
Oh, Sione, and I lean over to Sione. The passcode to get in.
Oh. Yes. You also should have one of these. I'll give him a Doomsday key.
Yes, actually, I would hope that you will return all 3 of them.
Actually, yes, you can. I
Yeah,
have
I'll
two,
give that over now.
and I'll tell them how to use it.
When a new masked abbot is appointed, it would be best for them to take these.
Oh,
Speaking
and you might
of masked
probably
abbot.
wanna seal the caves down on the cliffside there.
Wait, is that what you meant, Faya?
Yes.
Okay.
But also, Trap, when Kyra said words to protect us from Trap,
The
there
prayer to Grotus.
The
You can-
prayer. Yeah.
prayer, thank
Okay.
you.
That's
Well,
fine.
yeah.
I didn't want to say, but there was a lot of will-o-wisp waiting.
Groden candles, they were actually called.
Yeah,
They're
sorry, thank
advanced will-o-wisps.
you. Yeah, Groton candles. Thank you. I couldn't remember the
That's fine.
other term.
When
Let's see.
they mention masked abbot, I'll take off the masked abbot's headpiece and hand it back to them.
Casimir's going to start to and then stop and look to Gein. You outrank me. Gein. So little obsolete now, don't you think? At least until we have a new masked abbot, I would imagine it'll be of more value to you for now than to us. Casimir's. What?
What?
He'll look at you. Sister Kyra, isn't it?
Yes.
You are a member of the Cloth, and as far as I can tell, the ranking priestess of Sarenrae in Varizia. Until a cleric of greater standing comes to light, that would make you the senior priest or priestess in this case.
Wait, really?
Oh.
I don't think that's necessarily how that works. You arguing with me, Casimir?
Are you
It's
arguing with
temporary.
Senpai?
I understand that. But it doesn't feel right for us to have that sitting in some room just waiting years at a time until we can find a new masked abbot. If you can get value out of it, then I think you should take it. Though, he's gonna reach over and tear some of the cloth embellishments on it off.
Very well adorned, yeah.
We'll just hang on to these.
Sure. I will return it when you have found somebody to take up the place.
We'll be in touch. Speaking of, he's going to look to Ardathanatus now. What are we to do with this one?
I think that we should offer him the opportunity to become a cleric of Pharasma again. I know that there's some part of him deep, deep down that still wants that and has just been betrayed and hurt by everything and tricked. And I think that he could find redemption here and serve out kind of a sentence.
I imagine that will take some work on someone's part. He looks at Casimir. No, don't look at me. They both
Olak
look at you.
volunteers.
I think in this case, Olak, words will be better than brute force.
Do you have some idea as to where to start an undertaking like that?
I don't know. We could just always wake him up and ask him.
I think. I don't know. I just really think I could appeal to the humanity in him.
But he's an elf. Wait,
Okay, to the elf.
is he a full elf or a half elf?
He's a full elf.
Elfanity?
The full elf. Elfity elf.
Of
His
elfness.
conscience!
You can be another race but still have humanity, I think. I think it's just a name saying to have empathy.
It's worth a
and-
conversation with him. That's all I'm saying. I don't know where he stands. He seemed, well, I don't know how he seemed right before he was knocked unconscious. That Lem or Olak will have to tell you. But
I knocked him unconscious.
His abilities, I imagine they're not insignificant. From what I saw firsthand, they're not. He's dangerous. You've removed any holy symbols or unholy symbols.
oh yeah, I have the unholy symbol of Yamasoth.
That should be destroyed.
I agree. Sione?
I will cast eroding ray on it.
Okay,
It's like a target.
go ahead and do that.
I get 3 rays, so I'll just cast all 3. 1, 2, 3.
And tally up the damage for me.
I got a crit. Do crits confirm automatically?
They don't confirm automatically. You still have to.
Well, it's a 20 to confirm.
And actually,
Can I crit a weapon? Or I mean an item?
it would be an AC of 10.
Yeah. Unadorned objects are 10. Unless there's
Then
something
I-
blocking them.
Then I think I got it,
Okay,
right?
probably.
Yeah, you crit confirmed with a 20.
Okay, so 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33.
33. Okay. A single, well, not a single shot. One after another, your
Three.
rays strike it. And the first one, it kind of crinkles. The second one, it crunches. And with the third one, it's just completely obliterated into little bits of metal.
Damn, should have done that in front of our Dathanatus.
Look at this!
Well, that's one problem solved. He's still wily. It would be best if we keep an eye on him.
Yeah, I think Sione offered to prepare to counterspell anything. He tried something and
He can't channel without his holy symbol, and if he tries to cast, I can counterspell him.
Well, that is a short-term solution.
While we talk to him, and then we can figure out what to do.
yeah, I think talking to him to get an idea of where he's at.
Very well. I don't think we
Worst
should
case
store him where
scenario-
Zalarum is. Let's put him in the other tower.
And if need be, I can also knock him unconscious.
Or Olak can. We can let Olak hit him.
Well, it might be more painful with Olaf.
All right.
Wait, we're not waking him now?
I think we are. We just have to figure out where to do it.
Do you
Is
think
it right here?
your friend should be with you for this?
Yeah, I agree.
Where did he get off to? And we're gonna segue over to Karaya, who had gone upstairs to where you fought all those red caps. And she's just kind of up there looking out the windows, slowly walking along, hands clasped behind her back, until you catch up to her, Lem. What are you doing here? You should be down conferring with my father?
Nah. No point in all that. Not really interested, to tell you the truth.
Really?
No, he'll sort it out. Kyra knows what she's doing. She doesn't need me watching over her, you know?
Yeah, if you say so.
I do. This is, she's got this one, believe me.
I imagine you'll be, returning to Magnamar soon.
Probably. What about you? What are you gonna do?
I think it would be best if I do the same. I would like to speak with Lady Hydemarch. I probably owe her a bit of an apology.
I don't think that's true at all, but
No,
maybe.
She
Oh, we're
sponsored
kicking-
me. She's really the only venture captain who puts up with my shit. So,
Speaking of, I don't know if it's a good time or not. Maybe later be better. You can tell me. We need to have a little talk, me and you,
oh,
about something. Yeah, I don't know if you're up for it. It'll keep, you know. It'd be good to relax a little bit first.
what do you want to say? I'm listening.
I mean, we can. I was thinking maybe like later after everybody's cooled off and maybe have a nice bath. Maybe we could chat a little bit, just me and you.
Sure,
Yeah,
but
I'd
not
like that.
now.
No, not now. I'll tell you what. Why don't me and you just hang out for a bit? It's a nice view. We've been under the ground for a while. We'll let them get started down there, and you know, when they've got it sorted, maybe after we've had a little bit of rest, I don't know, go grab like bath, get nice and clean, get the dirt off, just talk for a little bit.
Make a charisma check for me.
Just
Actually,
charisma?
I don't think this would be diplomacy in this case. I think it would just be straight charisma.
Okay.
I'm invested. Seduce her.
I really want this one for you. If I take my 20, that thing that I can do where I can take 20 once a day, is that a skill check I can do? Is that what
I don't know the. You'll have to send the ability to chat so I can have a look at it.
It is Lore Master. Let me just see if this is worth sending to you. This is for a knowledge check. That is a no.
Okay.
I'm going to spend one of my hero points and add 8 to my roll.
Okay. 30. Okay. When you mention the bath, she kind of looks a little startled. And then, sort of like a half smile. All right.
All right. So, what do you see when you look out there?
She looks back out the window. Huh? Oh. My childhood, I suppose.
Was it a good one?
It was... I enjoyed it, I suppose. I mean, growing up around a bunch of priests isn't exactly, you know... you know how they can be. My father especially was very protective, and I didn't get to mingle with the people in the village.
Beats
Mostly I
being
just
whipped by devils every day, though.
explored, played, read books, snuck out into the woods.
That sounds really nice.
I got all the way to Devil's Platter once. My father was
Wow.
furious. I wasn't even supposed to leave the walls of the abbey.
I bet you wouldn't stay put anywhere.
No, well, you'd be surprised. It took me 30 years before it occurred to me I didn't have to live here.
Wow.
To be honest, I prefer being alone. It is simpler.
I noticed.
I don't have to explain to anybody why I'm better than them, or why they are too incompetent to do anything, or why certain things should be done a certain way. I just do them. I don't have to explain anything. I don't have to look over my shoulder for anyone, or worry that my friend or this person or that person is going to get carved up and served as a delicacy for the drow.
I can see that. There's nobody there to put a blanket around your shoulders when you're cold, or
I don't
make a
get
nice
cold.
sandwich.
I have my own blankets. I take care of myself, and I do just fine. It's simple.
You take care of yourself anyway.
I try. I suppose I'm not entirely infallible.
No one is, my friend. No one is.
I don't know, you should have seen some of those... the power of some of those beings down in Zirnakani.
Tell me about it.
Zirnakani? It's
Yeah.
awful. I've never been to hell, but it is what I imagine it must be like. But then again, there is a certain beauty to it. It's this great big cavern, stalactites and glowing mushrooms and fungus on the walls, and an unearthly blue light that shimmers over the entire city. But the city itself, it's what you might imagine a culture of elves might build. It's towers and spires. Everything is sleek and beautiful and elegant. But elegant like Nightshade. Beautiful to
Beautiful.
look at, but if you get too close, if you
Yeah.
imbibe it, it will kill you.
I remember when I was small, kind of looks up to see if she's smiling at all.
She looks
No?
more just kind of dreamy and wistful. Like she's-
Okay. We would be brought up from the cellars, and when we turned the corner, before they took the shackles off, there was this red light from some of the braziers outside of the square, and it would cast the most incredible shadows, like black but rimmed with orange and red, and it was awful because you knew what was out there, but there was something simple in the beauty of it, you know?
Shackles.
Yeah. I grew up in Shellyax.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've never been there myself, but I'm sure everyone in the society knows what it's like there.
You know, I don't think that they do. I really don't.
Well, they
Otherwise, they do something about it. Hyde March, of all people, you know?
She's a good woman, you know. I don't know why you scorn her so, but she cares about her
Because she-
people. Of all the venture captains I've worked with, she's the only one who really gives a damn.
Mm. Shellyax still stands, and she knows better than most what that place is like.
Well, Cheliex is not for her to watch over. Varizia is. And you'll notice, since she became venture captain, you know who's lost power in Corvosa?
Yeah.
Cheliex.
Well, kind of looking at everybody in the courtyard. We should probably,
God, I don't want to be around him.
it won't be for long. We'll
You're
just
right.
let Tyler do her thing, and then we can relax and get some decent food and unwind a little.
A little food might go a long way. Alright. After you.
All right. Come on.
And she'll
we will
follow
lead
you.
her back down.
Lem and Karaya rejoin you guys right about as you were just starting to be like, where the hell is Lem and Karaya? There you are. Thought you might have forgotten something downstairs, perhaps. Well, this is comfortable. Shall we go back to the Ferris Phrasme then?
We can't get our Dathanatus in there.
Yeah, we're not giving him or Zalaram the password. That's for damn sure. All right, then a good-natured set of manacles. I have chains. You have rope. I'm sure we can figure something out.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with our Dathanatus at this point? So you guys kind of give me some summary here.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Tie him up real good.
Put him where? Or should we just leave him here and talk to him?
We can just do it out here.
Can we do something similar to what we did to Lareth?
Well, contextually, for those who weren't there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how we would make a fucking Hannibal mask out of that.
I mean, you could just use the rope to like make it tie it. He can't
but
speak.
he needs to speak. Unless
He does.
Well, eventually he needs to speak.
Maybe put something in his mouth to keep him quiet until we've sort of explained things.
And blindfold him. He doesn't need to see anything either.
I'm
Right?
pretty sure he's gonna have a hard time seeing anyways. He doesn't look like he's been in the sun for several weeks.
That's true.
We should probably take him somewhere a little shady too. Like, we don't need to torture this man, you know?
No,
Like,
with
leave
the
him in
sunlight.
bright sunlight.
Into the old priest's quarters, then.
Sure.
Yeah, that'll work.
That would be this area over here.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys take him in there. It's easy enough to chain him up, tie him up, gag him if you'd like. Anything else? What else do you guys want to do?
Do we want to figure out what we want to talk to him about first and then come talk to him, or do we just want to do it?
Well, that's, I think, largely going to be your show, Kyra.
Well, is there anything that you guys want to know?
I
From
would
him?
like to know where he got the shards, I suppose.
Okay.
For starters.
So, you guys are gonna wake him up, or give me some actions here. Give me some indication so I can kind of have an idea of what you guys are doing tonight.
Yeah, we are gonna do that eventually.
Yeah, we're gonna... Well, he needs magical healing to wake.
Wait. I don't suppose
Yeah, and
anybody
I can
has
do that. That's fine.
Zone of Truth prepared.
Do any of the priests have that?
Casimir does not.
Let me see if I did.
Gine.
What is that? A level 2? Level 3? Level 2?
I think it's a level 3.
3.
Nope,
Oh, mine's level 2.
not Gine either.
I have it. I did prepare it because I was like, what if I have to... But that doesn't guarantee that they...
If they speak, they have to be truthful.
But they
You can-
don't have to answer anything,
you
just
can
like
But
with
they
regular.
don't have to speak.
Right, and if he's not speaking, I can cast suggestion on him if you want. That can be a last resort.
I would suggest that if you want true redemption for him,
I wouldn't do suggestion.
I was just going to suggest that he be compliant and speak.
I don't think we should magic him.
He's been manipulated so much. I don't think getting him to like...
I mean, using Zone of Truth is a form of manipulation, is it not?
Then I won't use it.
I'm gonna cast Heroism on Kyra for this. So you have +2 on skill checks if you need them.
Oh.
keeping in mind that this will be diplomacy.
I'm good at diplomacy.
Are you?
Olak grins.
I have lots of rounds left.
I'm going
I'm
to
just gonna-
leave you to it then and get to Nildis and see to the tending to our nightly affairs. Come in, Casimir. Do you need me here? I'm here to help if you need help.
I don't think we need it.
Karaya, I would welcome the opportunity to talk to you. I think I'm with them, actually. Well, another time then. He's going to leave.
Raya, gosh, girl.
Awkward parents. I have one too. She kicked my ass and threw me out of the village. Good times.
Why?
You were raised in a village?
No, I grew up in the fighting pit.
Oh, no, see, that sounds more like it.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there any other questions that you guys really want to know about our Death and Edis? Because I figure it's probably easier to just have one or two people asking questions rather than a million.
I'm no good at asking questions.
But
I
do you have
have
any that you would like us to ask?
If you don't ask, and I think I will ask. Yep. Bea
All right,
panicked.
ignored everything I said, Bea.
She didn't try. She just panicked.
Okay.
Just Tim, just sort of, I don't know if I can do this way, but Lem would like to try to pay really close attention to Kyra during this time, and try to get a sense for when she's making a concerted effort to persuade him, you make a diplomacy check. And I would like to sort of start humming a little tune, and use one of my performances to do an inspire confidence.
That will not be possible because the nature of these checks will require a matter of hours. It will not be
Okay.
It will not be a single skill check. You can
makes sense.
aid. It can be multiple people in conversation. And that's not to say we're gonna gloss over all of the conversation, but it is going to take place over the course of many hours.
Then I would like to aid where possible. And I think to answer Kyra's question, I don't have any questions for him, but
Okay.
I hope you can tell him that I hope he gets better.
Okay. Do we have any food on us or access to get food or something for him?
I have trail
I can go
rations, but
steal
they
a
taste like
sandwich
shit.
from Nildis. That guy doesn't
Yeah.
need it.
I think Nildis needs his food.
He's used to
don't.
doing without. It's fine.
I don't have
I
anything.
I should have asked Casimir or something if he could bring some food down or something.
There were plenty of stores down in the cellars. I'm sure someone can get something.
Raya, would you mind terribly?
I will go and get some food.
Wait, there was food down there?
You guys,
Or,
remember where
would
you
you
grabbed
like
all
to
the
go get
booze?
food?
It wasn't just
Yeah.
booze. There was also a room with a whole
Oh.
bunch of ice golems with meat being kept cold in there.
Oh yeah.
I will
Wait,
go
Oh
I'll go with
shoot!
Ryan so I can dimension Doris back quickly.
No, it's okay. I think you're more needed here, and honestly, I just didn't want to go with my father. This is very uncomfortable for me. I have nothing to say to him. If I see him open his mouth, I am very likely going to kick him in the mouth. So it's probably for the best that I have something else I can do.
We should talk that out with him, but yeah.
She's gonna go.
Okay, then I would like to make sure that our Daphnatus is placed I guess if he's tied, it's kind of awkward to sit him somewhere, but I just would like to lean him against maybe one of these, right here or something. So
I mean,
he's
there's
kinda
still
leaned against
mattresses.
it.
There's a few pieces of furniture that are still
okay.
standing.
I'd like to put him in a somewhat as comfortable position as you can put somebody who's tied up so that they can't escape.
Okay, yeah, you can do that and chain him to some of the heavier bits of rubble.
Yeah, that's probably smart. And then I would like to sit down in front of him.
Okay.
To be eye level with him or something.
And since it is nighttime,
poke someone's eye out.
At present there would be you can hear crickets chirping from the rubble. There's insects outside of the abbey. Less seagulls. More night sounds.
Okay. And then I don't remember if I already did a heal check to see how he's just unconscious, so a little bit of healing will.
1 point of magical healing will remove all non-lethal damage.
Okay. Then I will just use Endure Elements to cast Cure Light Wounds on him.
Okay.
Good old.
Okay.
Look at that.
He heals 6 hit points, and he kind of slumps forward, being now his weight supported by the chains. So he slowly raises his gaunt, pale, sickly elven countenance to look at you with his one eye. The open, scabbed over socket. The other.
Counterspell, I'm readying that.
Is he gagged, or is he just chained and tied?
I think he's just chained and tied, right? Is that all we did?
It's up to you guys.
I thought you were going to cover his mouth while you spoke it first.
And
then
I don't think it's necessary, but if other people would be more comfortable, then...
I don't mind. I've got Counterspell ready, so...
Okay.
And Olaf's prepared to punch him if he does anything threatening.
Yeah, then we'll go with no gag. He can speak. Ardathanatus.
That is my name.
Remember us?
How could I forget?
Well, we're not here to hurt you. We'd like to help you.
What can you do to hurt me?
I can't hurt you any more than you've hurt yourself.
Hurt myself? You think I did this to myself? Children. You are all children.
Tell me what really happened. A long time ago.
I'll tell you what happened. There was a god, and all the prophecies were about him. Eredin this, Eredin that. Eredin comes down to Galarian and walks amongst his children. All praise Eredin. And there was a goddess who should have known better. Failed, misled goddess who failed and misled her servants.
Pharasma?
Pharasma. Don't speak her name in my presence, witch.
Why do you think she failed and misled you?
She failed and misled all. She is the goddess of prophecy. They were her prophecies. She should have known. No, it was Iomade who betrayed us all. Murderer. Usurper. She took what belonged to others, and she destroyed all of her prophecies, all of our prophecies. Iomade did this to me. Pharasma did this to me. Eredin did this to me.
That's not what I saw.
You are human, a mere baby. You've seen nothing. I was there. You are what? 20? 30? You could be 70 and you would have been too young to see it. I was there. I was there.
And so what did you do?
I tried to fix their failures. I tried to punish those who would defy prophecy. I enacted the lady's will. And do you know how she rewarded me? I was cast out for defending prophecy. But what is a prophecy that does not come true? It is no prophecy, is it? It's just the mad predictions of an obsolete and no longer relevant goddess. Pharasma is no goddess of fate. She's a goddess of failure.
I don't know much about Pharasma, do I?
You can do a knowledge religion check if you'd like.
I'm trying to think. Like, we've learned a couple things, but I don't think I'm very familiar with. Knowledge religion. Oh. Starting off strong today. Natural 1.
Natural 1.
That's a 10.
You know that Pharasma's the goddess of the dead. You know that she's one
Right,
of the...
she's over the boneyard, right?
Mhm. She's one of the oldest deities on Galarian, or who's been worshipped on Galarian. And you know that, yes, she is the goddess of prophecy. As far as like her official church doctrine, you don't really know much beyond that she's neutral. They're about neutrality. They don't really do undead.
Right. They're like, being a goddess of prophecy doesn't usually mean you intervene or like say anything. You just kind of have the information. Like, I just want to make sure I understand that correctly. And you watch it happen or don't watch it happen, you know?
I would say even on a 10, you also know that the current age that you are all in, the Age of Lost Omens, is so named because of all the omens she predicted relating to Aroden, and then when the god Aroden died, Lost Omens, a new age.
Right. So she predicted it and it happened, and he's like pissed that she knew it was going to happen and didn't do anything?
Well, she didn't. No one knew it was coming. All the prophecies
Okay.
were that Aroden would bring a new age of humanity.
Right. Okay.
Her prophecies were wrong.
Except for the thing we saw in Grotus'
The
temple,
thing in the
which
Grotus' temple.
did predict that. Yeah.
Right.
Which implies that Grotus knew and Pharasma...
Grotus knew and Pharasma didn't.
Which is funny because they're in the same place.
How about that?
How strange.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I had my knowledge correct here. Lore. So you were down in the temple and you saw the prophecy? Down below us.
I saw many things down in the temple of the Armageddon. Yes. Prophecies, promises, prayers. They're all meaningless, really. They're all cursed by her ineptitude. At this point, for the sake of like kind of moving things along, for the next, let's see, 1 hour, this conversation continues. I'm going to have you make a diplomacy check. Anyone who's contributing to the conversation may aid.
I would contribute and try to find out information about the shard if I could.
That would be something unrelated. This is purely involved in this conversation.
How do I aid, Tim? What do I do?
You just roll a diplomacy check. And
You don't
every
really-
10 of your result, she gets +2 on hers.
Yep.
I would like to aid if I can.
You can. Up to
I
3
got it.
people may aid this.
I got a 24 plus Lem's.
I got 39.
I'm not good in that kind of
Heroism.
diplomacy.
It is a shame.
I'm not either.
So
I
you
think
get
me and Olak are
plus
just
6
like
from
next to each
Sione,
other, like.
plus 4
Yes.
from Lem. So you get +10.
Who
whatever
looks
you roll.
beside him?
So 34.
plus 10, 34.
34.
Or should 2 from heroism.
Probably not.
+2 from
That's probably
heroism. So 36. Is that it?
36. Yeah, I don't really think I have anything else to help me out here.
Okay. 36 is not going to succeed for now. So over the
think
course
so.
of an hour, you don't really make any headway. You kind of get the idea that he's pretty convinced of his righteous fury and his victim conceit. Like he's convinced that he
Yeah.
is the victim.
Yeah.
So I would say,
Uh,
now
okay.
to make this, since we are kind of doing that through summary, in order to really make any ground, you will have to succeed on 3 consecutive diplomacy checks. It doesn't have to be now. I just want you to understand kind of what has to happen in order to really get somewhere with him. And they are above a DC of 36.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're above, like, way higher than that. Okay, I'd like to offer him some food at this point.
Breaking for
Feed
dinner.
her.
I mean, it's by this point it would be about 10 o'clock at night by the end of that first
Okay.
attempt. So yeah, you guys can break for dinner. And I would assume
Kyra's-
that Karaya has come and gone. She's brought food.
Yeah.
She's hung back mostly.
Kyra's planning on staying in here the whole time,
Oh.
just doing her thing, whether she's like actively speaking to him or not. So
Okay.
other people can like be there to watch, I'm sure, but
All right. Is there anything else anyone wants to do tonight then? Do you want to continue? Do you want to try again? I mean,
I want to try one more time.
okay. Just to note, the 3 consecutive diplomacy checks over the course of hours, they do have to be consecutive, but they don't have to be immediately consecutive. So, like, you could do it and then break for a week and then come back and do it again or what have you. Just so
Okay.
you're aware.
Okay.
I would stay with her if you want me to assist
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, you could do.
If you want me to take over and do the role and like Cleone's gonna be more of the stance of stop playing the victim. You need to
You can, yeah, if you
shit
want to take a
together.
crack at it, because that was my next angle, was to like tell him that he needs to take like ownership for what he did. You know, like he hurt a lot of people.
I mean that's
He's done
pretty
a lot
much
of bad things.
that's pretty much what
So if that's the lead you want to take, then Kyra will assist you in that.
okay. I'll make the roll then. But you're assisting me, so you can roll first.
I will assist you.
And is Lem still hanging around for this?
You're
Oh.
muted.
Ola probably would lean over at one point and ask him what he did with his eye.
Oh, Lem, you said you are hanging around for this as well?
You're muted.
You're
Lon.
muted.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll help.
All right, so you're going to get +4 from Kyra, +4 from Lem.
Plus
Plus
6 from
8.
Lem.
No,
Oh,
it's
plus
every
6.
10.
Right.
Here's hoping for another nat 20.
Oh my
fuck?
god.
Nat 20.
Oh my
Bitch.
god.
So 47.
Does that make it?
Well,
Please
and
tell
you're
me that makes
also-
it.
You are a follower of Pharasma, are you not?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep, I
Tell him
am.
that.
I am. I am.
It
yes.
hasn't come up as far as I
No.
recall, but I wasn't
It
sure if you
hasn't.
wanted. That is still the case.
It says that on my character sheet. Sure does. Yep.
Okay. So 47, 57 is your end result.
Stop being a little bitch. Smack.
All right, so yeah, play this out a little bit. You talking to him then. So you guys have now had a chance to eat. Take a break. We'll say you could pick it up at 11 at night now, after kind of a brief hour for dinner.
I didn't know you were gonna make me do this.
When you take the lead, what does it look like?
What's he doing? Just kind of. Did he eat?
He ate, yeah. As when you approach, when you kind of sit down and take where Cairo was seated earlier, he immediately, his lip pulls up. I know you for what you are. Witch.
Yes. The witch is back.
Speak up. Your mic's not picking you up.
Can you hear me now?
Much better. I think your mic was just too far away or pointed the wrong
Is
way.
that too loud?
No, actually,
No,
it's
it's
fine.
actually
It's
very
good, actually.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, I have to lean down here like this.
We got to get you a microphone arm.
An arm.
It's
yeah.
a good mic. I don't know why it's doing that.
It's just too. We got to increase the sensitivity so it can actually hear you. I
Okay,
think.
well, I'm gonna be down here. Sorry. I lost my train of thought. Fuck!
Yes, the witch.
Wait, on
The
Zoom,
witch.
on your Zoom audio settings, do you have it set to tune out background noise? Maybe it's overdoing it, and that's why it's not
maybe.
picking you up.
Audio settings.
I hate that setting.
Automatically adjusts. Oh, suppress background noise. Yeah. Is this better?
Well, I can hear you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it different? Is it the same?
It's roughly the same.
Yeah,
How about now? Is it different? Is it the same?
same. So yeah, you just need to be closer to the microphone for now. Sounds
Okay, I'll be over here.
Like. You could hold it too.
It's big and clunky. It's a snowball. And it's so
Oh,
many
yeah, those are
cords.
awkward.
I
Those are
can't. I
awkward.
can't.
Okay. All right. Well, you sit down then, and what do you do?
I sit down just like this.
He calls you a witch.
Calls you a witch.
I'll show you a witch. She's right there. Voice of Feyre.
Faya's just standing in the back.
Thea actually raises her hand. I am actually the witch. You are wrong.
You are both witches. One of you is meaningless. The other, less.
Okay.
Faye's gonna do the what face, but without the hand. But without the hand.
Gesturing hair
That's-
instead.
That's
Yeah.
enough. That's enough with the insults and the pity party. It's time for you to move on with your life.
My
you
life
could
is
s-
over.
Is it?
I have failed, my Lord Yamasoth. My life is over.
Well, on the contrary, you're still standing here, alive.
Then end it.
Hmm. I think it would be better. You'd be better served to do some good. Yamasoth, was it? He was an asshole who abandoned you.
I failed.
You might not have seen, but he was gonna drag you into whatever plane he came from and devour
Secatar
you
Saractus.
and devour you into nothing.
Such is the fate of those who fail him.
Hmm. I guess he failed himself too, because he's not here. We beat him back pretty easily, actually. I guess he's not as powerful as you thought.
He is all powerful, more powerful than your Lady of Graves.
I think the Lady of Graves could at least keep a door open.
The Lady of Graves could not prevent the death of one human god. She is impotent.
It's not her job to prevent the death of the god.
No, perhaps it was meant to be.
It was her job to instill prophecy.
Have you heard about the other prophecy? Where Eridan falls?
No such prophecy was made.
It's funny, it was right downstairs in the Temple to Grotus. How'd you miss that?
Bet Yamasoth didn't tell you that one, did he?
He several times opens and closes his mouth.
Would you like to see it? I have a sketch right here, but I can show you the real thing.
It doesn't matter. Not her prophecy. Not her. She knows nothing.
Well, if she knows nothing, I guess Yamasoth knows less than that, huh?
And I'm gonna say this conversation kind of continues for
I'm just gonna keep like beating it back with logic, like
for about
Yeah.
2 hours. This conversation continues.
I'll just keep on
until
going,
about 1 in the
buddy.
morning. This would be considered your first success.
Oh
Yay!
shit! We need a
We have to
40
get-
probably.
Yeah, I think it's 40.
So I can't even get it by myself on a nat 20. I definitely.
Well,
I think
you
the more help,
you
the
did
better.
receive a +10 bonus. Keep that in mind.
Well,
Yeah,
right.
so
I
you
guess it
should
could be
keep-
45, which is even worse.
You could get you should keep doing that.
Keep beating him back with logic.
You should keep taking the lead on that because you're the one who has to
Yeah.
yeah.
Quit
So,
being a bitch.
as of 1 in the morning, what do you guys want to do?
We can give it a break for a little bit and rest.
I'll ask Kyra to prepare spells if she can for that thing we talked about.
Oh, you still want to do that again?
Not divination. What's the other spell? Stilly?
Commune?
Commune. If you can, that would be very helpful. That would be where you can ask more questions.
Yeah, I can prepare that.
You don't want me to prepare commune?
You have commune?
I mean, wait. What spell level is that?
I don't know.
I don't know for War Priest. Shouldn't be
It's the
very
same
high.
levels. Oh,
third,
no.
I think?
5th.
Oh, it's commune? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
You have enough holy water? Also some holy water.
I do have some holy water. Like 3
Well,
things of holy water.
I don't have any other plans for the night. I would like some rest.
I was
Actually,
gonna say
I'll-
it's 1 in the morning
Okay.
at this point.
I'll work on like some spells, like practicing, but other than that, that's it.
If you need some holy water, I can make some.
Yeah, it's okay. I know how to make that too. We're good.
I can make my own.
All right. So the only other before I cut to Lem, Fea, is there anything you wanted to do tonight, or are you good?
I'll be listening to them, but I'm gonna be doing that grimoire. I'm gonna try.
Be
and
more
code that
descriptive
thing.
for those who didn't talk about this afternoon and know what you're talking about.
It's a leather, human skin leather bound grimoire. What was it? Necrotica?
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to start decoding it.
Okay. You're opening it up?
Yes.
I have a question.
You...
I have an answer.
Where do you have that body that you've been reassembling?
Uh-oh.
Bag.
It's in the bag? Okay. Just curious. Make a linguistics check.
Oh. Something. Wait, why?
Because you said you're working on decoding it.
Oh yeah, decoding. 36?
Okay. You make good progress. You start working out a cipher for it. I would say that takes you the bulk of the time that they were talking with Ardathanatus. You've made headway. You'll probably need to do a little more work before you fully got it figured out, but you'd say you're about a third of the way there.
Okay. Times.
Though, when you're looking through it several times, first, Dodgy tries being like cute, like tries getting on your lap and going to sleep and getting in the way of the book. And then when you keep working, like he starts like more overtly like putting a paw on the page and like looking at you and like trying to interrupt you.
Yes, Dodgy, do you have something to say?
He doesn't take the paw off the page, he just like he's trying to push it away from you.
Gotta go potty.
If you are hiding something, it's best to tell.
Shake of head.
Then let me continue.
There's a long moment where you can see he's actually considering defying you before finally he withdraws the paw and backs away and then just spends the rest of the night staring at you.
And then I only need to sleep for 2 hours.
Correct.
And then I will continue reading.
Okay. So, Lem, I know you had plans tonight. Does that change at all with it being 1 in the morning?
I will ask Karaya.
She's currently standing, kind of leaning against the wall, head down, arms folded.
Up for a good soak or save it for tomorrow?
She doesn't respond.
Oh. I'll nudge her a little bit. Hey, it's okay. Relax.
I'm
It's
still
okay.
here. Still here.
You need to sleep, I think.
I'm keeping watch. It's fine.
No, we really
Are you
appreciate it. Yeah, we're done for the night. It's
Right.
about first hour.
Well, do you have anything to drink?
Yeah, totally. You
Yeah, great. Let's start there and see what happens.
all right.
We still.
Yeah.
Did you want to?
If you're up for it.
Yeah, sure. That's.
I mean, I still feel really disgusting.
Well, the abbot's bath is. It's enchanted. It cleans itself.
I know. It's pretty great.
Some really, really great oils and. Yeah, I guess I'll show you.
Okay. Lead on.
And as the two of you head up into the abbot's tower, with others going off to sleep or continuing to research through the night, we're going to take a break right here. And we will come back to this once everyone has had a chance to take the break. Chat, I would encourage you guys to get some water, some snacks, stand up, do some stretches, take good care of yourselves. We'll be back and see how this all pans out. Don't go anywhere. And we're back.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you got some good snacks. I know I did.
I got panda.
What?
Just quick.
Yummy.
I was like, yeet.
That sounds amazing.
You don't like that? What?
food sounds amazing.
Fair.
Okay. So, I think... Oh, I would like to pick it up in the morning, first thing in the morning. However, Sione, did you have a thing you wanted to do tonight?
Yeah. You know when I said I didn't? I lied. So I would like to focus on the Shard of Envy and let it point me to the next shard.
Okay. So, picking up the Shard of Envy, and it is already slotted with the correct Ioun Stone, you focus your attention on it, and the sounds around you kind of fade away from your awareness. Where is it? There it is. Your sense of self kind of lifts away from your body, out of the Ferris Pharasme, out of Windsong Abbey, through the clouds into the distant night. You can feel yourself moving north, further north, over forests and swamps, over broken, ragged desert, endless desert, and a ragged landscape until you see it. A towering green spire emerging from the broken desert. And you're certain you can sense a shard lies below this green spire.
Can I make out anything else around it? Like a lake?
I'm sorry, not north. It would have been east. I'm sorry, east, not north.
North? Northeast? Or directly east?
East, just east.
Oh.
I don't know why I had Varizia turn
Like by Karamaga?
further. Karamaga's right at the edge of the desert. You went over a lot of desert. Far
Past
east.
the Cinderlands? Or in the Cinderlands?
Well, those are the desert. You're not really sure what it is. I mean, you can do knowledge geography if you've got ranks in it. But it's a towering green spire. Odds are, if you don't know what it is, someone will. A landmark like that is pretty visible.
I do not have geography. But I will let everybody know that tonight, what I saw.
Well,
Alvin recalls spires in the desert, but I don't remember what they're called.
I would say probably you'd have to wait to talk about that till the morning. By this point,
Fine.
since it's after 1 a.m, Lam
Wake
and
up,
Karaya
everyone!
are already gone.
Oh, yeah. the
Faya
hot
is
tubbing.
still reading.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah. I'm good then.
Okay. Any opposition to kind of fading to black until morning?
I need my chat with Karaya.
Oh, right. That's right. We didn't actually.
You're
finish
not
that.
just having blowing bubbles and stuff?
We're not just gonna blow bubbles.
Okay. Well, the scene
May
is
not
yours.
even blow bubbles. All right. So what's this room like, Tim?
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna leave that going. That's fine. Well, I mean, it's that room that I now have to scroll half a book up to find again. You know the one with the bathtub.
Where the Medusa was?
Yeah. It's the
Oh,
only
that one. Yeah, I know that one. You don't have to go back to that.
Oh,
I
too
know
late
that.
now. I've already scrolled all the way up. Even now, you just have to live with it. You done goofed, son. This room is finely tiled with ceramic and glass and smells of pleasant floral aromas. There's a large, circular stone bath rising from the floor in the middle of the room. Of the 3 stained glass windows in the room, one of them has been shattered completely, while the ones on the west and east walls are flanked by large clay vases under copper pipes which descend from the ceiling. The air in the room is warm and pleasant. And there's, I would say, probably already some shimmering oils in the bath.
Turn to Karaya. Me first. You first. Cannonball?
Whichever you like.
I will take off my dirty, probably by now disgusting elven dressing gown.
Oh my god, I forgot you were wearing that.
I didn't.
Yes,
Glenn's new
it's
battle
definitely
outfit, by the-
marred now and very dirty.
That's right. We'll get it clean.
Okay.
And strip down and put his kit down and get in.
She'll similarly disrobe, removing a lot of armor first, and join you.
Take a... Pretty good, right?
It brings back memories.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Your dad let you clean up down here?
Goodness, no.
You
I
snuck
in
down here.
Oh, yes.
Of course you did. Just kind of take a moment and soak in the warmth and look around for something to scrub with.
There's all manner of brushes, sponges, different shaped combs, whatever you need.
Take a minute or two and just start to try to get actually a little bit clean.
Okay.
So, I wanted to talk a little bit. If that's okay.
Sure.
And, mostly, I need you to listen. You think you could do that?
She kind of arches an
Try.
eyebrow. Sure.
Alright. Karai, do you trust me?
As much as I trust anyone.
Would you trust me enough to close your eyes for a second?
Am I going to regret it if I do?
Almost definitely.
You make such a compelling argument. She'll actually smile and close her eyes.
Then we'll scoot over, and although there's no one to see, in the third-person view here, Lem looks at her for a moment, and his hand comes up as if he is going to slap her across the face. He rears back a little bit, and he kind of looks at her, and he moves in to start to slap her, but it just doesn't quite go, and it is just kind of landing on her face.
That had better
I
be
was-
your hand.
I was gonna slap you, but I decided that you'd probably hurt me.
Oh, definitely. I could probably throw you through that window without standing up.
So I won't slap you, but maybe just pretend for a minute like I did, and we'll just pretend that you let me.
What are you...
You fucked up today. Bad.
I did?
You did.
I don't understand that. Yesterday...
With the mummy. With the mummy.
What?
With Kid Amareus. You... After all that, you slapped him, remember?
Oh, that?
Yeah,
You
that.
mean after he just stood there?
Yeah,
Waiting for
af-
you to die and maybe the world to end?
Yeah, that.
Maybe the fuck
He
up
did-
was not slapping him another time. Harder.
You were gonna listen, right? So this is the part where you just listen for a minute. He's not our friend, right? But he was an ally, and he did right by us. He did what he said he would do. We dealt with Ardathanatus, and then there was that tentacle god mouth horrible thing, and we dealt with that. And then you went and did that, and what do you think would have happened if he'd taken that the wrong way? And before you say you would have pulled your sword and cut him down, what do you think the rest of us would have done?
To be honest? What are you asking questions for if you don't want me to answer them?
They're rhetorical, Karaya. We would have come to your aid. We would have had your back. Because we're your friends. And that's what friends do. And we would have been hurt, and maybe some of us even could have died. That thing was no joke. When you have friends, you don't get to gamble like that. Not for your own pride. And that's what that was.
You think that was for my pride?
I do. You put that in front of our well-being.
You're wrong. That had nothing to do with me. Do you think I would have given a shit what he did if I was alone down in the Darklands? That wasn't about my pride, that was about you. He stood there while you were in danger, all of you. You were going to die, for all he knew. We were all going to die, and he just stood there. I couldn't stand there and just do nothing. And she kind of, like, catches up to... She's kind of goes quiet and is suddenly frowning and looks a little confused and is kind of looking down at her hands now and doesn't say anything.
I really appreciate it. It's more than I deserve, that's for sure. But these people are important, you know? Like, we don't get to just risk their lives for a gesture, however important it is. We have to think before we act. Because we would have been there for you. Because you're our friend.
This is why it's probably best I just work it out.
No, that's not the message, Karaya.
But I think
I like having you around, and I really do. I mean, I don't know, you're cool and you're fun, and I think you're pretty nice underneath all that angry, pissed off warrior person stuff. But you said that it's easier in the Darklands by yourself?
Well, okay. There's easy and there's easy.
Right. The second one. Or the first one. Whichever one you meant that's like what I think you mean. But it's not better. Having people with you is pretty great. I just wanted to say, you know, like, I think it was a bad move, and I'm glad it didn't go the wrong way, but I'm really glad that you were there. And I was glad to hear that you'd be coming to Magnamar. Maybe you could come with us. But I don't want you to, I don't know. I want it to somehow sink into your head like you don't have to be alone. Like, it comes with some burdens, yeah, like you can't just fly off the handle sometimes and do your own thing, but it's got some pretty great perks. Like somebody who can scrub your back if you want. Can't do that by yourself in the Darklands. I mean, Sione probably could, but she does weird stuff anyway.
You don't really bathe much in the Darklands. If there's an underground river, it's probably infested with something horrible that will eat you.
You're really difficult.
It's just another thing.
I just wanted to say that I think you fucked up a little bit, and I'm really glad that you did. And it was really kind and brave, and
it was stupid.
A bit.
I wouldn't have done that. I never would have done that before. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. I was just so angry that...
Welcome to friendship. Ta-da! This is what it is to care about people. I don't know what these folks are gonna do next. I don't really bother myself with that sort of thing. I'm sure Sione knows what's going on, but I don't know. I don't worry about all that. I just want to go along and make sure everybody's okay, you know? And
I think I do.
If you're determined not to be here, maybe you could come with us a little bit of the way.
I'll go at least as far as Magnemar. After that, we'll see.
I'd really like more.
But I have to talk to Lady Hydemarch first.
Yeah. So shall I get your back for you?
You rolled a really fucking high charisma check earlier.
Yeah.
She sighs. No one's ever done that before. Teach me your ways.
All right.
And now I think we're going to fade to black. It's morning. You can hear the wind whistling through. Yeah.
Do.
What's that?
I said cock-a-diddle-doo.
Something like that.
Would I have been able to do 2 out of 3?
I'll allow you to make another attempt since you only had to sleep for 2 hours.
And I think Lem's gonna stay there. I don't know where Karaya's gone, but I'm gonna stay there. It's nice and warm.
Now she's out once. You know.
Yeah. I'm gonna
23?
stay.
23. That is not enough to make progress for the rest.
Out of curious, I rolled a 30 something earlier. 36.
Nope, you rolled a 36 earlier.
I was between 25 and 35.
It would be noteworthy, those of you who are resting, that Daji is staying on the opposite side of the room from Feya and just staring at her and hasn't really moved since last night.
Do we... No, is this a book that she's gotten recently?
Before you
Have you
arrived.
had
Kyra, this would be
Okay.
the first time you've probably seen this book.
Can I go over to Daji? I want to just kneel in front of him.
Is this, by the way, still in the same chamber where Ardathanatus is, or would this be up in the Ferris Pharasme?
I probably wouldn't leave at Ardathanatus.
Okay, so it's in that room. Got it.
Since I don't sleep very much.
Daji?
He'll look at you.
Okay? Are you okay?
Tail lifts, sets down back on the floor.
Sione's gonna kind of look at Feya. I assume that's where he's still looking.
Well, no, you have his attention now.
But he was looking at Feya.
He was looking at her, yes. She's
I'll
got
look back.
Correct me if I'm wrong in any of this, Ava. Feya is probably sitting back propped against something, legs folded, book open on her lap, with maybe some notes scattered about on the floor around her. Does that sound right?
Probably like a drink or two around.
You know, if something's wrong, I know you're smart enough to know you have ways to let me know. I want to look out for everybody in the group.
Daji gives you a long, appraising look. And you get a single curt nod, and then he just turns back to Feya and continues staring at her without blinking.
Dragon's on my shoulder. He nods back.
God damn it.
With the little trombone sound with
the
it.
John Williams.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And then I'll meet up with Kyra to work on a Darthanaris again.
Okay.
Oh, we should.
Did you want to
get
commune
Lem.
first? Or
Oh,
did
we
you
can do
wanna-
that first if you want.
While we wait for Lem. Yeah.
If he's coming back.
Do you just have like the list of questions?
I have a list.
I like that she couldn't say she has the list. She has a list.
I have a list of some questions to ask.
Unless somebody comes for Lem, he'll probably wander out like late morning.
Okay.
How does it work? Do you need the list? Do I give this to you? Because there are some, there's some
if I have to
diagrams
be the
here
one to ask.
based on what the answer is. You might have to go to the B. That's 2B, and go from there.
Why don't
It
you?
has like a full-on diagram. She has a
Wait.
Microsoft
I have to be
Before
the one.
this,
I have to be the one to communicate.
before
yeah,
you guys
so-
do this, we need to have breakfast. Olak prepared a spell for breakfast.
Okay.
Oh my
Let
god,
us
he
eat.
did.
Oh my god.
Casting bountiful banquet.
well, with breakfast in mind,
No rations tonight.
Faya
This
would go
morning?
to find Lim.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Lem would want
Lem
in on
can't
this.
miss out on this.
Yeah. I'll go.
Nourished
So-
and sated for 24 hours.
Interesting
huh?
note, by the way, Faya. You find Karaya fast asleep with her back pressed against the wall just outside of that little sky bridge that goes to the bathroom. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where I'm talking about?
The door.
Where the
So there was the sky bridge
guys,
that leads
where
into
the
the
rocks
bathroom.
were.
Just outside of the sky bridge, in the main council room, she's got her back pressed to the wall, right next to the door, and you can see that like her bastard sword is laid out, unsheathed over her lap. She's got a hand wrapped around it, and she's just out cold, head back against the wall.
I will cast this when everyone's nearby.
Poke, poke. Nudge, nudge.
I'm awake. I wasn't sleeping.
You're a bad liar.
What?
And I'll wipe the drool off her face.
Fuck.
Olak prepared feast.
Lem's in the bathroom. If you're looking
Okay.
for him.
You go eat too.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, sure.
And I'll go get Lim. He's like just floating around the little bathtub.
He's curled up. He's laid out like his pack so he can prop his head on it, and he's just on the warm tiles and snoozing.
Naked?
Under a blanket is the best we'll do for the moment. You'll have to find out more as you go.
Hopefully not.
It'll be a surprise.
Well,
You do see the elven gown sort of bunched up for a pillow on top of the pack.
I'm a poke my fingernail where I think the belly button is.
Lem will give out like a not entirely awake little giggle.
Oh, it's not a Pillsbury doughboy.
Yes.
Eyes will open. Hello.
Olak made food.
Olak made food.
He made feast.
Oh,
It smells good. Come eat.
you okay?
You're naked.
Well, only a little.
She's just like trying to be polite, really. Like that was more of a remind you rather than.
Right. Lem will put on trousers and things.
She still has
Good
the
sleep?
book in her hand. Yes, I study.
Good book.
It's like an off pink color.
The book.
Leathery. Yep.
Good book, Faye?
I'll pull out my decipher. I have to decode it.
Oh. I have some skill at linguistics, so if you ever want a hand, I'd be happy to try to help. I know I'm not as good as you, but just, you know.
Sorry, I don't know how to react to this, so I'm just gonna have 2 options.
Yes and no. Burn in hell or not?
Okay.
Was never mind. Yeah.
Pariah's at door.
Oh, good. Great. Feast.
And I walk away so he can get dressed.
He's been getting dressed, so.
So,
Good.
as you guys gather, I guess, in the old... well, since the feast requires tables, I'm going to assume you're putting it, like, around this general vicinity. Does that sound right?
I mean, if they're happy here,
There's an actual
But-
table there.
yeah.
Didn't we smash that table, though, with
You
the...
did not.
No.
No.
No,
Just
no,
a
not that
chair.
one. Not that
Not
one.
that one. No.
Yeah, they just
Okay.
ripped apart a chair.
What kind of feast do you conjure?
Well, so this is actually a feast that's geared from what I would think is a feast. So it's very meaty, with like roots for like vegetables and basically like what kind you would find maybe in the Holder Belson. So there's boars, maybe some roasted lizard.
Probably a
some-
lot of like very overt flavors, like strong spice, because that's what usually will cover up the taste of, you know.
If there's
so pleasant
a
flavors.
lizard, Dragon is gonna get uncomfortable and leave the dinner table.
Well, you
And
probably
breakfast
wouldn't know it's
table.
lizard.
You know a
But-
lizard if it's fried up. You do the whole
There'd
body
be like
on a
little
stick.
kebabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Like just like kebabs and like
Yeah!
Oh my god.
Dragon's gonna be like, just look at you, shake his head, and walk
well,
away.
except like
Dragon's gonna walk away.
Can I take
Dragon-
food from the table or do you have to eat it at that table?
I mean, you can deny the fees, but you're all included into it. All you need is basically like to kind of eat or drink it. Just a lot of wine. It's almost no water. Who needs water? Water gets dirty.
It would be a very hearty drink as well, I would imagine. Many courses. And yeah, according to so based on the spell, anyone who partakes in this feast does not need to eat or drink for 24 hours. And they will remain comfortable that entire time.
Nildis needs this.
Yeah, he does.
Well, I'm assuming are you including the other priests in this?
Yeah,
Okay. Then yeah, Nildis will get some.
I have enough. 2 creatures per level.
Oh my god. Yeah, you definitely have enough. Okay.
I probably would have also dragged
Detonatus?
Detonatus and
Oh
I guess
yeah, I was gonna
it's
say, can you
3
bring him food or does he have
werebears.
to be brought there?
Well, we just need to shove a food into him. That's partaken.
Are you bringing him to food or food to him? 'Cause
I'll
he's-
bring food to him. Kyra will bring the food to him because she
Got
just
it.
grabs it and goes.
Okay.
I'm not leaving.
Well,
The werebears, because I guess that's just only polite.
fair enough.
Not
And,
Zelan, though, that dirty scum.
He can starve. Is there anything you guys want to do before commencing with your diplomacy?
Mia?
Is Sione going to tell us about the shard
Oh
first?
yes,
or...
I'll
Oh,
mention the
yes.
shard. and that it was it's a green tower in the desert to the east. So probably north. It has to be north of Karamaga.
Less
Can
of
I
a
make a
tower, more of a
geography check?
spire, by the way.
Oh, a spire. Sorry.
Can I
Can I
check
make a
if
geography
this?
Yeah, it would be, you can do knowledge geography. Olak alone, you may also do knowledge local or history.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I qualify for local? Come
It's
on,
not near.
Olak.
It's not near where Kyra's from, is it? She's south, right?
Yes, you're on
Kadira
a
is
different
south.
continent entirely.
That's right. That's what I thought. I remember.
I got
correctly.
mine.
You're unfamiliar with it. Ah, starting out the day with a natural 20, eh?
Well, yes, that is correct. So that is a total of 20 plus 13, 33.
Dang.
Okay.
Damn.
As Sione's describing this, you're already like nodding, like to the point where when she's finally getting to like Green Tower, like you're miming it along with her. Green Tower. Yes, that's Guilt Spur.
Guilt.
Guilt
It's what?
Spur. Single word.
Guilt Spur.
It's
An
a
odd
haunted Thessalonian relic, sort of a giant green rock stuck in the Cinderlands, supposedly that have extensive ruins underneath. Unfortunately, it's beyond Shoanti territory and in the realm of giant territory.
Oh.
It's very close to Belkzen.
I will convey that to the group.
Belkzen, you say?
In fact,
Giants, you say?
I don't know if I can share this, but I can at least show you guys. There's a link.
Belkzen. I don't see it on the map.
No, Belkzen is the country east of Varizia. It's Orc country. The hold of
Oh,
Belkzen.
to the hold of Belkzen. Okay. It was
check
super
that
far
out.
east.
Like a giant lava.
Whoa.
I love it.
It does look like a poplar.
I am
It's
here for that.
That indeed is a giant glowing green
Holy
thing.
shit.
It's hundreds of miles east of Karamaga.
Wow. That is quite the travel.
So unless you guys, and you would know, it's across the Cinderlands. Lem spent a couple weeks out in the Cinderlands 5 years ago, so you'd know, like, ash storms, it's just like dust storms, except there's burning ash instead of dust. There's tornadoes of fire out there. It's regularly between 120 and 200 degrees Fahrenheit, sometimes hotter.
Feels like home.
Blazing sun, broken
So
landscape.
communal endure elements is gonna be very nice.
Orcs, purple worms, fire elementals, and that's without getting into the Shoanti who live out there, who are that's the Sklarqua, the
They're
sun
touched.
Oh, wait.
Are they
The
the ones that like
basilisk.
me?
Yes, so Fea and Lem are actually honorary members of the Sklarqua, but the others would be considered outsiders and probably shot on sight.
Especially me.
And of course, going further beyond Shoanti territory, there are stone giants who are more or less amicable, but the problem would be the hill giants and fire giants who live out around Guiltspur, both of which are
God.
dangerous and mean.
That's where we have to go next? Oh, I'm good.
You would also
Bye.
know that it would be probably 3 to 4 weeks, if not a month, just in the desert alone if you travel on foot.
From Karamaga?
From Karamaga.
Because
So,
we could teleport to Karamaga because we've been there.
What about my horse?
A horse.
Horses-
We sent him back.
It's not great for horses trying to traverse the Cinderlands. Very few horses are actually like able to withstand it.
What camels?
You could
What
get
about
horses.
fire horse?
You could get mounts. That's possible. That would cut the travel down, but not the danger. Flight and teleportation would probably be the safest ways to get there.
Wait, did you say a fire horse?
Yeah.
I think he means nightmares.
You mean nightmare? Yeah, I was gonna say like Strahd's
No.
horse, like a fucking nightmare. That'd be cool though.
No.
Alvin has something up his sleeve. That's just what I heard.
Where would I get a nightmare from?
I don't know.
Terramaga.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. If Maurizio could
Yeah.
buy a terror bird,
Look, Olak has his means, alright.
so this is all what you know of Guilt Spur, Lem.
I will make sure I convey it all.
I would say you'd also know that no Pathfinders have ever successfully mapped or even visited Guilt Spur beyond just like drawing sketches of it and seeing it. Those who go down into it or who've tried to excavate it are usually slain by the local fire giants or just never return.
Do you convey that part with the mapping?
Yeah.
He's gonna perk up and I can do it.
Well,
Has been mapping.
if we're gonna
can
go
chat.
there, is
I
that
can
what
map.
we're doing next? By the way, is that the plan?
Well, I think we should get the Shards of Pride back from Celtiel first. As far as I know, he doesn't know our fate. He doesn't know what we're doing if we're alive. Now would be the time to do what we need to do.
Oh,
Can I
hey,
ask
you
a
are you gonna
question?
ask? Yeah.
Yes?
I don't want to speak for Kyra or anything, but we came looking for you all, and we found you, and you were on your way here and everything, and we did that. Do you want us or me along for the next part? I mean, I don't want to make assumptions.
I'm sorry, I made an assumption. I would love to have you two with us. We need you two with us.
Kyra's not in the room with you guys.
Oh, right. Well, she still says that.
I mean, I would like to go. I don't want to presume.
If you both have us and you both come, then yes.
You already shed some blood. What's a couple more liters?
Leaders?
Probably all of it. But that's okay. Well, I won't speak for Kyra. She'll have to give you her own answer, but I'm pretty sure she'll.
Always put more blood back in.
But I'm game if you'll have me.
Yes, I think everyone in the group would agree.
Sorry, Olak, you were saying you had a question?
No, not anymore.
Oh.
Well, no,
That's
not
alarming.
Uncomfortable, but okay.
that commune thingy. Are you gonna ask where Setiel is?
In a way, yes. They have to be yes or no questions. So I have to be specific about my questions. Why?
Ask if he's within never mind. Olak lost his brain.
Oh. Well, I have some questions that hopefully I can narrow down where he is.
Of course,
I have a chart here for Kyra.
he's a good dog.
Like it's like if not A, then B, then if B, then C. So yeah, I'm ready to do the commune.
Okay, yeah, Kyra gave Ardathnatus some food and
Yeah, so let's cut over to you then.
yeah.
You cut over there. Was there anything you wanted to say to him, or?
I think she'll just ask him how he's feeling.
And you can see when you approach, he kind of looks up at you and then just looks off. When you ask him this, he says, I have been thinking.
Yeah.
You present a strong case. Presented a strong case yesterday. That perhaps not all things were necessarily as they seemed.
In my experience, they are never as they seem. Of course, I have very limited experience compared to you.
Yes. You humans are all but children.
I'm a halfling, and I
Well,
just
technically,
look
this
like
is just Kyra at this point.
Oh.
So far. It's okay.
I
It's
like
okay.
to think Lem is thinking that
Yeah,
at
I'm
all
sure
times, though.
Kyra's been
He,
around
like-
Lem enough to she can feel him saying.
You
it,
can
that's what-
hear it.
He snuck into the room and you didn't even notice. A
Yes.
halfling, actually.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute myself so I don't do
But
I'll just go. Sorry.
Your faith is very... It's always been so strange to me. The way a human can dedicate themselves to a being like a god with but a couple of decades to build your faith.
I think that's why they might seem maybe more. Well, I don't know. I don't have very much time compared to some. So I think that I know that I must do what I feel is right with the time that I have.
What you feel is right.
Which
What makes what you feel is right so much more righteous than what I feel is right.
I don't claim to be righteous. I claim to do what is good for all people.
You do what you think is right, and your people hail you for a hero. I do what I think is right. I am the boogeyman.
I
This
think
is
you
an
could be a
interesting
hero.
hypocrisy.
This room that she's in is like a complete mess. So when she's not sleeping, she's like kind of cleaning it up.
Ah, okay.
Kind of putting stuff back where it goes.
That's just looking at the map. That's gonna take a while.
Not like doing heavy duty stuff, but like just kind of tidying
Little bit at a time.
while she
I getcha.
chats. Yeah.
I get you. Okay, it's like a very motherly way of talking.
Yeah, I like to think she's channeling that part of Sarah right now.
I could see that. After you guys have finished your breakfast, I would assume the others can join you in this chamber with Ardathanatus. If there's anyone who doesn't want to, speak up or forever hold your peace.
All right.
Alrighty then. So, all of you have regrouped here.
I will await Kyra's commune.
Yes, we can do that now.
Oh, you don't have to do that in this room then. You could go anywhere you want.
Oh,
for that if
okay.
you want.
I
don't
guess
care
if the other three are gonna watch Ardathanatus for a little bit, don't punch him too much, Olaf, or at all, please. Pyro
You know
will
what I
go.
think that guy needs? He needs a couple jokes. I'm on it.
Stilly,
You got it.
I sent you a message.
Oh,
We can go.
secrets from Bullock doesn't bode well.
It's gonna be done in a way that is as subtle as Ola can try.
Okay, Olak, make a stealth check for me.
Yeah, do it. Olaf.
The real reason why he put his
Okay, that tracks.
down. Okay.
Who's first? Olak.
You know what? Let's go with someone who's probably gonna be real easy. He's gonna go with Dodgy and Dodgy and Fea. He's gonna
Okay.
go
Okay.
Fea.
Hmm.
Morning.
After he just sniffs you.
Awkward.
Nah, he's gonna go lean over to Daji. Daji ain't gonna pick you up.
He's not food.
I'm not gonna eat him. He's gonna. Nope, probably not food. He's gonna put him down.
Is Dodgy just like letting this happen but ready to bite?
And
No,
Ola's just gonna
you
turn
don't
off.
get a sense of like alarm from Dodgy, just like
I will do it.
absolute curiosity.
For the bite.
For the sake of comfort, we'll say that over the next like 15 minutes, Olak makes a point of approaching each person and having a sniff.
Wait, even me and Kyra, didn't we leave?
We would have just gone out into the courtyard to find some sun. That's where
Olak
she
would have been trying to find you, probably with his eyes closed.
I'm not ready to let you leave, dude. Like,
Oh.
Olak, why are you sniffing?
So I was sniffing.
Why
Don't worry
are
about it.
No, I worry. Why? This is.
So
This is
I
things like
can
I do.
find you. Actually,
Okay.
I'm just gonna go. Like, what does she smell like?
Probably a lot of herbs to cover up the death smell.
I was
Not
gonna say, I'd imagine there's a
mothballs.
faint hint of formaldehyde in there somewhere too.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's not faint.
So I probably could. So I probably okay. There's the death smell. All right.
So then, yeah, unless anybody stops him, each of you would receive a similarly strange visit from Olak and a sniff.
I mean,
I kind of back
Oh.
away from Ola.
yeah, same. That's real weird, man. I don't know you like that.
It's important.
What is it for? Last time you got that close to me, you killed me. So if you could explain, please.
I'm not gonna try to kill you
So what are you doing?
right now.
Then I also won't try to kill you right now.
I'm getting to know you.
Is this Kyra's gonna turn to Sione. Is this something that, like, where he's from? Is this what they do?
I
Sniff
haven't
each
seen
other?
him do it.
Huh.
Seoni will step forward. Fine, but it must be mutual.
Olak, do you want the strong scent or just the Olak scent?
The latter, please.
All right.
Seoni will smell Olak.
Mistake, really.
Sione suddenly felt the overpowering urge to make hot, passionate love to Olak. What if that's what that
There's
smell
a
is?
musk.
Oh,
Or musk.
I believe Olak did bait in the guts of the. What was those thingies? The skulks?
Yep.
A couple of 2 days ago?
Smells
It
like
hasn't
something
really washed.
might be stuck somewhere and rotting. Ugh.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Are you satisfied? Do you need to smell
Yeah.
dragon?
Actually, yeah. We're a dragon. Don't worry, I'm not gonna eat you yet.
He's still mad at you,
Does he just stick his tongue on his nose, like?
so he's gonna
equivalent,
bite
like-
your nose when you get close to sniff.
Which I believe does 1d4 minus 4 damage.
Yep. You want me
I
to
do
roll
have
it?
natural armor, so
Yep.
On your
so
nose?
nothing.
Oh, well, he bites your nose, and then he scuttles away.
His body's just calloused.
He smells like the forest, like very earthy.
that's gonna be hard.
What would Dodgy smell like, actually?
Fur.
Probably like fox.
Yeah.
Earthy and furry. With
What
the
does
musk.
fox smell like?
They don't smell like cats, that's for sure.
Moving,
know what it
moving
says.
along.
Anyway.
Oh, and Kyra? Yeah, over here. Yeah.
Right. Yep. She'll just like hold her
Might as
arm
well.
out or something. Please, please don't get too close to me.
Zola kind of does the rotating. Well, might as well. Ugh, you smell pious.
I'll pass, big guy.
And you need a bath.
Very much does. Lem, maybe you should introduce him.
Oh, Locke, you want to go get a bath, man? It's pretty great.
Yeah, might as well.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, shit.
We can breathe.
I don't even smell it. Oh, Locke's deaf into its own smell.
That happens when you're around it a lot.
What just happened in the meta? I have no idea what just happened. Why was Olok smelling?
I don't
It's
know.
a weird
I'm,
spell
what?
of some
We'll
kind.
find
I'm
out
sure
one
it's
day.
a spell. I'm sure it's a spell.
I mean, I'm
it's
sure
probably
if
a
you guys,
buff.
you could probably do a knowledge check on it.
You know, I don't think that Lem
Doesn't
would
that
go
apply?
for a knowledge check after
I
you
will
start.
do one.
Yeah, can I do a
Good.
knowledge check?
This would be knowledge nature?
Oh, fuck you. Never mind.
Correct, Elvin?
I do
Oh,
fall into
damn.
humanoid, so yeah.
Okay.
30.
I'm gonna we'll do this so we can kind of move along, and since you know better than I do anyway, could you send Faya a whisper? I don't want to spoil the surprise for everyone else.
Okay.
Thank you.
So commune.
Yeah, so I'll find somewhere in the courtyard. That's open, right?
It is, yes, and the sun
yes.
is shining.
Then I will go pray in the sun.
I will just sit by nearby.
I'll just let, for the ease of this, I guess I will let Sione or Ashley say the questions because I don't.
That would
have
be
the list.
easier.
Okay.
Just to
Here,
make
read
it
this.
simpler.
It's backwards, but you
I got raft. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't know what
what?
word I saw there.
It's not
So there's
backwards for us,
commune.
actually.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's not backwards for you.
So, question number 1.
Does Celtial know Seone is alive?
The sun is covered. Shadow falls over you, Kyra.
Okay. Oh,
I'll take those.
yeah, me too.
1B. Let me also mark how many questions I got
You have a fucking flowchart.
here. No, I don't really have a flow. It's literally just this. Is Celtial in Magnamar?
The shadow fades, and the sun shines brightly on you.
Oh,
It's a yes.
wow. I'll just cross out all these questions here.
Maybe ask like how long he'll be there. I don't know.
You got 11 more.
Is Celtial with a group of others? Like working with a group.
The sun continues to shine brightly on Kyra.
Does Celtial have the Shard of Pride on his physical person?
The sun continues to shine brightly.
Easy peasy.
Does Celtial look like himself, his true self?
Shadow passes over the sun.
Oh, that's a good question.
He's got a fucking hat of disguise. Pretty sure.
Are you keeping count, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I wasn't.
I may have lost track for a second, but I'm okay.
I think that was 5.
That was
he,
5.
Is he planning on staying in Magnamar for the foreseeable future?
The cloud passes and the sun shines brightly on Kyra.
Stilly, can you give me the Magnamar map, please?
Let's all have a look at Magnamar.
Let's get
I like that
real
map.
specific, baby.
You don't have the
Big.
districts labeled?
What do you mean?
You son of
Yeah.
a bitch!
Look at the key. You can
Oh.
see.
Oh, okay. I take it back. I take it back.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
I'm getting
Jesus.
flustered.
Yikes.
I'm
She wasn't
sorry.
expecting him to be in Magnemar, I think.
Please forgive me, GM.
Are you about to do what I think you're about to do?
Don't punish me.
The rest of the questions asking all the districts.
Is Celtiel in Underbridge?
Shade.
Okay, let me just get this paper bigger.
The other poor part of town.
What's the other poor part of town?
We're at 6.
Dockway? Oh, Low Cleft. Is Celtiel in Low Cleft?
Shadow.
We'll get there, guys.
Then it's probably
You
the
got-
Ritz part
You
of
got
town.
What
6
what
more.
district did we stay in, Stilly? Do you remember?
Well, Hyde March Manor is in
Yeah.
the
Right around here somewhere.
What district?
Where
is
our tokens
Alabaster
are on that.
District.
Yeah.
Is he in the Alabaster?
You get Shade.
No.
Did you do Underbridge yet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the first one.
Underbridge, Low Cleft, and
Dockway.
Alabaster.
Is he in Dockway?
You get Sun.
He's in Dockway.
Second or third.
All right, zoom in on
Shantiest part of
Dockway.
town.
We gotta ask
Okay,
building by
where's
building now.
35 through 46. Which one is
Is he at
Dockway?
35?
Like right
it's
around here.
it's right here, I
Okay.
think.
Yep. Basically, it's. Hang on.
That's like the port area.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's just ready to
Oh,
go.
What if he's taking a boat somewhere?
Like,
Or what if he took a
Is
boat
he
to get
said
there?
he said he's gonna stay in Magnamar for the foreseeable future.
like
Well,
that.
true.
That's.
Foreseeable future is such a vague, like.
I assume
Like,
that
what is
means
that?
at least a week.
Sure. Yeah.
Is he staying at the Shucked Oyster?
You do
Oh my
realize that these
God.
aren't the only inns and taverns in.
Just answer the
Magnor.
question. I've asked it.
I would ask like if he's staying at an inn or
Is
if
he
he
staying
like.
in an inn?
Yeah.
Well, which is it?
Is he
Which
staying in an inn?
inn? Sunshine.
Yes. Okay.
Is it close? Is it close to the water? Like inside of the water?
Yeah.
Gonna help a lot. Just fucking narrow down.
It's
I
fucking
mean,
where's
we have to go
Waldo?
to. We have to go to
Sunshine.
Magmar anyways.
It is in view of the water. Okay.
2 more questions.
3 more.
2.
Oh yeah, you're probably right. We're level 13. Do you guys have
Yeah.
any advice?
Is he still being does he still have that it was a sword that was corrupting him, right?
Yeah, I guess I can ask that. Is
Ask if he still
Oriel-
has that.
Is Oriel still in control of him? Controlling him?
You get sunshine, but with a hint of shadow. And at that
Interesting.
question, Kyra, you can feel more intensity now. Like this was an important question
Okay.
to your deity specifically.
Okay, one more question. Is he watching, keeping an eye with himself or one of his people he's hired, somebody keeping an eye on Hydemark Manor?
Sunshine.
So we can't go there or he'll know.
Not if we teleport right into the house, but into the manor. But
Well,
so
yeah. I think we
Okay.
should just teleport right on top of him, honestly.
we don't know though where. I can't
We got it narrowed down.
I can't pinpoint more specific unless I start being like shucked oyster, blah blah blah.
Yeah, no. Okay, cool.
Okay,
Look at
that's
that.
it.
Cool. Well, let's go.
I assume you're gonna relay all that to me.
Yeah, I did. I think I would have noted that the question about his word thing was particularly strong.
Okay.
Let's go talk to old
Yep.
A Daddy.
Hey, Daddy. What's up, hey, Daddy?
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go talk to him. Oh, I'm gonna bring Lem with me.
I'll be there too. Help out.
All right.
What are we talking about today? Oh, we should ask him where he got the
Let's
shard.
have you do your rolls first, and we'll play out a little conversation after we see how the roll goes. How about that?
Okay, you guys
Amy,
go first.
what's your bonus? What's your total? Because maybe I could lead today.
My diplomacy
Yeah.
is plus 19.
Oh, so's mine. Okay. Go for it.
If you want to,
Nope,
You can-
only if it was going to be a better thing. I actually don't think Lem would particularly want to.
Oh, okay. So
Just
you
trying to be
guys-
efficient.
Can you give me any bonuses?
I will cast Heroism on you.
Okay. Is that plus 2?
How long does that last?
That will last for 130 minutes.
Okay. So if the conversation goes beyond 2 hours, you will lose that bonus. Just so you're aware.
Oh, shit.
Plus
Plus 2 from
2
Kyra.
from me. Damn, sorry. I'm lame.
Not
Good
rolling.
thing you didn't take the lead there. Plus 2 from Lem.
So plus 6 altogether?
Yep. Plus
Yeah.
10 for being
From your...
a Farazman.
Oh. Okay,
So
well,
plus
here's
16.
hoping for another nat 20, guys.
I think Easy's got to be above 40.
Ooh, not good.
43.
43
43. I rolled really bad.
plus
Plus
6.
6.
So,
Plus
49.
6. Actually, it's
49.
only plus 4 because this does take 3 hours.
oh, okay.
Dang.
Damn.
But 44 succeeds. That is your second success. So,
Oh,
Um,
thank God.
as the three of you approach, how do you want to come into this conversation?
I think... Yeah.
So, what are you feeling pitiful about today?
You mock me.
Asking a simple question.
I am not pitiful. I am important. I had a destiny. I was important first to the Lady of Graves, and then a champion of the polymorph plague himself. I matter. I am not pitiable.
You seem rather lost right now.
He doesn't really have an answer to that.
You could still be a champion. For the Lady of Graves.
My life is over. The Lady of Graves cast me out.
What is she all about? Death and rebirth. Perhaps your faith has had a death, and now it can have a rebirth.
She is not worthy of my import. She betrayed me
Because the prophecy?
because Iomade turned against all of them. Iomade did this. She killed Erodin, stole his glory, his divinity, and the Lady of Graves let it happen.
Maybe there was a good reason for it. How can we know such things.
And I think that gives us a look at what the conversation kind of entails as it moves along. By the end of this 3-hour conversation, you have a distinct impression that at his heart, he is bitter over what it really comes down to hurt feelings. He feels betrayed, like he gave everything to Pharasma and she didn't keep him in the loop. She lied or fucked up and never took accountability, and then she cast him out when he tried to make it right.
And I'm pretty much saying, like, there's might have been a plan for that might have meant to be. Maybe you're supposed to be put here, and that was all part of her
focus on the
prophecy.
rebirth part.
Yeah.
The rebirth.
Okay. And I'll assume the conversation ends around lunchtime as you guys are, it's
time for lunch.
Actually, you guys don't really get hungry, considering.
No.
Well, maybe it just need a little bit of fresh air. But do you want to continue right now, or do you want to do other stuff? What do you guys want to do at this point? Anything?
I want to keep going on him and get that done.
Yeah, I would like to as well, but if other people have stuff they want to do, I'm fine to wait.
I'll take that as a no.
Yep, take that as a no. All right.
Okay.
So I will, try again.
Okay.
With Lemon Kyra assisting if I can.
May I read as well? Both times.
Read. Oh, yeah. You can just. I forgot. That's right. Yes. Go ahead and do your first one. I'll allow that.
30?
30 is not enough.
But it's like obsessively, it's obsessive at
This
this
is
point. The piles are
complex
getting
stuff.
bigger.
And there's a lot of
We're just crawling.
numerology contained in here, references to obscure and ancient religion and metaphor. It's like 6 different ciphers in one across different languages. Okay. Well, let's roll again for our Death Anatus, keeping in mind that if you succeed, you succeed, and if you fail, you have to start over from scratch.
Oh, wait!
Oh, fuck!
We got this.
Hang on. I'm trying to see if I
We got it. It's fine.
had something that would help, but I don't think I do.
I'm gonna cast heroism on everybody.
We didn't find anything we didn't really search that room, did we?
Which room?
Where we fought him. There wasn't he didn't have. Yeah, we didn't really search that room.
We didn't look because there was a nasty tentacle god.
Who would be
Yeah,
very
would've
offended
been
that
cool.
you called him a god. He's no
Would've
mere
been.
god.
Would have been cool if we'd found I don't know, a diary.
His
or some
diary?
shit.
I mean, he had one somewhere.
No, I saw it in a thing. That's why it was kind of. Oh well. All right. No. I guess I will roll.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Olok's gonna go to Ardathanathus. So, are you guys looking? Do you just tell Olok that you're gonna look for something that he had?
Oh, no, I'm not.
No, I was saying that out of character.
Oh,
Sorry, Olak.
poo. I had an idea.
You weren't gonna punch him, were you?
There's a lot of things that can be solved by punching.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's up to you. I mean, if you want to mention it or not.
Maybe she would ask Fea, if in that library where all those books were, was there anything that maybe looked like it had handwritten notes that Ardathanatus could have done, or was there anything like that, or was it all just books? There wasn't journals or anything.
I check. And I leave my one pile of paper and book to go form another pile of books.
Just going through the books in your bag.
Olaf prepared
Yeah.
a spell, by the way.
Oh, I'm just gonna be I'm gonna pop them all out and...
Kyra, you can
check.
see clearly, none of the books Faye is pulling out match what you saw.
Okay. All right. Well,
I study,
I'm mad we never found it.
and I go back to studying.
Yeah, sorry
I
to
would
bother
say
you.
that if you were looking for something, Olak, that would be the clue. I would say if you think you'd have been in the area, you could have noticed that exchange.
Didn't already do that. We checked all the books in there. You still looking for that book from your dream?
Yes. I thought that, I don't know, it wasn't on his person, so not sure where
What
it is.
was written in it? Do you remember?
I didn't see. I just saw him writing in it, and he was frustrated. And he threw the book at a wall. And it looked like he was in an office, but it wasn't the office. I don't even think we found a room that looked like it, to be honest.
So we're looking for a book that he wrote in, and then it doesn't look descriptive. And
It was just a plain journal, yeah.
Yeah, though I would say, like, you can describe, since you saw it clearly, you can describe it pretty
Okay, yeah.
efficiently.
Okay, so I was gonna prepare this if Cecil was nearby us. Locate object.
Oh, shit. That's within 1,000 feet?
I just had a thought, too. Feya, you were finding hidden doors?
Yes.
Oh no, 400 feet plus 40 per level. What's your caster level?
Do I have the effect of wind song?
No.
Dang, 11.
11. So 840 feet.
Yes.
Sense the direction. Yeah, you can sense it below.
There's
Where?
an object like that below us.
Can you take me there?
How about I could dimension door with Olak and then bring him back?
Wait.
Well, I had a weird thought too. What if there were hidden doors that we just like didn't see because we didn't fully? I mean, I don't think Feya had a chance to go through like every single room. You know, what if it was a hidden, another hit? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Did he touch this book a lot?
While he was holding it and writing in it, so I imagine yes.
It's probably a long shot, but Holok's also gonna go to our Datonatus and go for some sniffing.
Stay away from me, creature.
Don't worry about it. I'm just getting to know you.
I keep thinking King and
all about
Thank you.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Do I know like how
On the
far
book.
down
About
I
60
sensed
feet.
it?
Go find it!
No.
Get it.
2 levels down?
I think. Oh no, they had 20-foot ceilings, so.
Wait, I'm gonna need someone who's good with perception. And just
Yeah.
Karaya.
She's kind of been in and out. Also, incidentally, toward the end of this first conversation, Guine would have come in and just hung back and watched and listened.
Huh.
But you can easily... Karaya's out in the courtyard at present, but you can grab her if you want.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need your help. We're gonna look for a book.
What? A book? Like that book Cairo was talking about?
Yeah, that book.
Okay, where do you want to start? It's a big place. It could be anywhere.
No, wait, we also need someone to open the doors. The door's clocked on us, right?
Yup. All the Doomsday doors.
Oh yeah, Casimir and Guine have the keys.
Currently, yes.
G
Yeah,
money,
that's
give
for
up the
those.
key.
Or ask them to come with you.
We need key openers or the keys.
Guy will just give you a key.
Oh, he doesn't remember how to open the door, so I don't think he even
I'll
paid
go.
attention.
I will take the key and I will go with him. Okay. Jeez,
There
let's
it is, there it
let's
is.
just make this simple.
Okay.
Holy heck.
So, is it safe to assume you're just gonna go down, keep going until you get? To
Yeah,
the
if it's
source?
within the time, because it's basically like Olaf's holding
Yeah,
like
you've
a
got 1
twig.
minute per level. You've got 11 minutes. It's fine. You can easily.
Let's go.
You track it down to the 3rd sub-level,
Third, okay.
60 feet down.
Alright.
Wait, was
Actually,
it
all
in
those
that
tokens are not
office?
necessary. But
Where?
it's coming from the now empty library that you guys looted earlier.
Jesus. Okay.
Is this the room you were?
It's coming
is the
from
library?
about right there.
I was right. There's a hidden door or something.
Olaf's gonna knock at the wall. Is it solid?
No. And to that effect, Karaya's going to make a quick perception check.
Jesus Christ.
Oh. Well, you should have brought me in here the first time. It's really obvious if you know what to look for. You just gotta hit this button here. And there's a click. And the hidden door slides open.
Does that?
Oh my gosh. And there's what? Is that just a desk?
Yep. The very one from
All
your
right.
vision, in fact.
And what's on it?
Several scrolls and a large leather-bound book.
I will just pick them all up. I can figure out what they all are later.
Okay.
The leather-bound book looks like exactly what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I read through that right now?
Well,
Or no?
We'll look at the scrolls.
So, I'm sorry. There's actually 2 books. One of which is
Okay.
not so much bound as it is like just kind of stacked together and then like stitched. Someone took a needle and thread through the center just to like ghetto bind it. But the leather-bound book appears to be written in Abyssal.
Okay, I will hold on to that. The one that's like not leather bound. What's that one?
Also written in Abyssal.
Okay. Good thing we know someone who can read it. I guess. Olak, did you take the scrolls or did I?
I will just look through the scrolls. Can I?
Excuse me.
I see.
Well, one. Actually, do you have the read magic spell?
Yes, I do, sir.
Okay. One is a scroll
magic.
of planner ally.
Ooh.
One is a scroll of commune.
Ooh.
One is a scroll of greater restoration.
Oh my god!
One is a scroll written completely in Abyssal. And that's it.
Okay.
And scroll in Abyssal. You know, these might be
Were you just like
cursed,
laughing the whole
but-
time we're casting commune?
Yep.
Because there was a freaking scroll for it down here.
I'm also laughing because most of you guys were never in this room. I believe it was only Lem and Fea who came in here. And no
I
one
was
ever-
absent the day that we
Sione.
did this room, so I am excused from this.
Sione only stood outside and looked in with arcane sight.
Oh, I was in this room, but there was just a ghost.
No, you guys stood outside.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, well they talk with the ghost.
The ghost didn't want you to come in.
All
I
right.
guess we will take the abyssal things back up to Fea and ask if
Yeah.
she can we. Yeah, I'll ask her.
I
Fea?
will
Yeah,
translate.
they come up like not even 10 minutes later.
Oh, you
Somehow I'm
find-
imagining Kyra looks a little terse.
Oh. So
Being our ally.
Faye is flipping pages with her hair like back and forth as you come up.
And she'll just, Kyra will just kind of tap you on the shoulder, trying not to disturb you too much.
Oh, you're back.
I have these 2 journals. They're written in Abyssal. We kind of need them translated to help with our Dathanatus right now. And there's a scroll as well. Volok has.
Oh,
Okay. I'll take the journals. I need more paper.
You'll need
Yeah.
probably a couple hours to look over it too.
That's fine.
fine.
I'm gonna go find the Karaya's dad.
Casimir?
And- Yeah, I'm Casimir and ask for paper.
Oh, yes. Wait here. He'll go get you some.
you know, I can't cast any of these spells. Do you want them?
Yeah, I'll take them. I will give the Abyssal scroll to Faye as well so that she can figure out that one. Because that seems
Yeah,
important.
I can't cast any of these.
I will add.
Commune,
the
Greater
Abyssal
Restoration, Planar Ally,
Later on.
and a scroll in Abyssal.
What does the Abyssal scroll say?
Is that the first what you're starting with?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. The scroll in Abyssal appears to be a handwritten theory that undeath is nothing more than the natural next step in a soul's progression toward the great beyond.
Blasphemy.
It's about as blasphemous as you can get as far as the teachings of Pharasma are concerned, and it was clearly handwritten by our Dathanatus.
Oh, we got some dirt on him now.
Dude, he's being
But-
a spiteful little one, huh?
He is. He's so angry.
And just to add salt to the wound, will be translating very easily right in front of him.
Right in front of him.
It's just
Please
Abyssal.
do.
I mean,
Yeah. But like, just like
Okay,
He's-
whatever. It's just
he doesn't.
Abyssal.
He
No
hasn't really
magic.
paid much attention to these. He hasn't noticed the scrolls, the books.
oh, he doesn't
he
realize I
seems-
have his.
Right. He seems kind of
I
lost
see.
in thought at present.
That's kind of rude.
That's good. We need him to be thinking. He
What's
needs
next?
to repent.
The leather-bound book or the needle and thread-bound book?
The leather-bound one is the one from my vision. I don't recognize the other one. So
Okay, I put the leather down. Is it human leather?
No.
Okay.
Disappointing, huh?
A little, actually. My book's cooler.
Okay, so this is going to take you about an hour to read through, but it is indeed a journal written in Abyssal, and it refers to the scarcely documented history of the Abbey after Aroden's death. Among other things, you find a written account of the tale of Rickle Peaks. If you recall, that was the name of the boogeyman who was in here. With 4 figure drawings of the main characters, which include really funny, comical images of our Dathanatus, Pharasma, Grotus, and Yamasoth.
that's
Was
the
him
non
going to Yamasoth the boogeyman's fault?
You also find notes in here that almost read like a sort of confession. That's basically boiled down. He's very eloquent and long-winded. He's kind of a gas bag in writing form. Otherwise, he writes like William Faulkner. There, I said it. Reading through here, you notice several areas where he almost sounds remorseful in his descriptions that he killed the masked abbot, or abbess really, who was the high priest of Iomade. And even in the writing, he indicates that he knows Iomade isn't to blame, nor is the masked abbot. But who else can be blamed for the loss of prophecy? And he observes how impossible it is that, and how coincidental and convenient for Iomade that she should inherit all of Aroden's power, while he himself should lose his power and Pharasma should suffer. And you can see like resentment and a strong desire to defend Pharasma, to protect her from what he perceives as an unfair stroke of fate brought about by forces not of her making. But it's very paradoxical as well. Like, he goes back and forth, like, between... This is what you're getting really reading into it, but, like, at face value, it's a condemnation and an insistence that he has done only what needed to be done.
I'll read him a verse where he knows it's not Pharasma's fault.
Oh, from his own journal? Damn.
Oh, you're... Well...
I would read that to him out loud.
Do that while we're convincing him. Like,
yeah,
next,
I can do that.
Like, yeah.
Well,
and you can help.
Are you doing it now or later then?
You don't
Do it
really want
later.
my diplomacy.
Well, but he said you can have 3 people help, so, I mean, anything's better than nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is fine. This is totally fine.
We don't have to do it now. We can do it when you're done translating everything.
Yeah.
As for the final book, it appears to be pages torn from a book called Secrets of the Blackfire. And it is devoted to the manipulation and refocusing of magical portals. And
Secrets of the what?
Secrets of
Blackfire.
the Blackfire. One word. Blackfire is one word. Capital B. And it appears to have been originally penned by Blackfire agents. The book contains instructions, among other things, for a ritual that can refocus any established extraplanar portal to connect it to a new location, but it notes that the ritual is quite difficult. While it only requires one person to perform, it can take many weeks, and during the performance, the caster must remain conscious the entire time. Sleep is forbidden, lest the energies be unleashed in a most unfortunate manner. The unfortunate manner is not described, but you can see that there are annotations in here, and Ardathanatus has written suggestions to himself to counteract lack of sleep with restoration spells.
Yeah.
And notes, particularly around refocusing an extraplanar portal, on Doomsday Door and Secatar Seractus.
Huh.
And it's very clear to you in reading through all of this. He absolutely was taking the Doomsday Door wherever it was originally pointed, probably straight to Grotus, and he changed its aim. He pointed it elsewhere. And it's also clear that had his ritual succeeded, he very well might have brought Yamasoth into this plane of existence, along with a virtually infinite amount of clip-offs.
You know, this is an after game thought. Never mind.
Okay.
So that's about 2 hours. I would say you guys can see when Faya is done reading. I would imagine Faya's like standing up and stretching, and
Calico is telling us all the information.
I found how he did the portal, and this part is particularly interesting, and I'll point to the thing that I was going to say earlier.
Okay.
oh, his confession.
Yeah.
Confession and his wavering and justifying his anger.
All right. Now I'm satisfied.
Did you ask why Yamasoth?
No.
We can ask him that, and we can ask him about where he got the shard.
Yes.
Oh, in the eye.
Why his eye's missing?
Yeah.
Why
Oh.
is your eye missing? Faye will just kind of yell
He
out.
seems to shake off a torpor, looks at you. That was a test of fate.
Wow.
The polymorph plague asks that his loyalist servants cut out their eye and consume it.
Ooh.
How'd it
Cook
taste?
it?
I don't remember.
The shards you had? Where did you find that?
It was in Hollow Mountain. In one of the vaults there, I was looking for weapons, and I found one. I believe they belonged to one of the ancient lords of this land.
Lasnist. Wait, that's Wrath. Who's enemy? Yeah.
Alasnist is the rune lord of Hollow Mountain.
Okay, that is her. Why did she have that one? Strange.
There were many of her servants down there. They were lost without a purpose. Many of them tried to fight me and had to be convinced. Some had to be slain, others left behind. But those who would follow me, I took. I wanted revenge. I wanted...
Do you feel good about that revenge?
I don't know anymore. I was so... strange. When I was there, it was just a fantasy. But once I held her weapons, I felt such disgust for the priests here, for those who stole what should have been mine.
Yes, the shard was corrupting you.
Was it?
They do that. Yes.
Strange. I remember these things now, but I'm just tired.
Kyra's gonna kneel down and just ask if she can bring his eye back. Or if he would rather have it stay how it is.
What did you give your goddess?
My entire life's devotion.
And what would you give her?
Anything.
Anything.
But Yavasoth is not... That's not right for you.
I gave everything to the Lady of Graves, but she betrayed me, cast me out. I gave her everything.
But it says in your journal, you know it's not your fault.
What? Take that abhorrent thing away from me. Take it away! This was not me. It's another lifetime. I don't
So
want to
shall
see
we-
these memories.
Shall we start fresh then? New I, new you?
Let's do your diplomacy checks.
Didn't we already do that?
Oh,
No.
my diplomacy is trash.
Okay, well you get +2 from Kyra. You get +5 from Feya. You get
Plus five.
+4 from Lem.
+5?
Mm-hmm.
What's the total
Oh,
plus?
the journal. The journal.
So 10 for Pharasma, 5 for the journal, that's 15. +2 from Kyra is 17, +4 from Lem is 21.
Plus 19. That's plus 40. So is it possible
luck.
to fail?
Cool luck would help, but he gets
I
negatives
feel
on
like it's
diplomacy
higher
checks.
than 40.
It is higher
Okay.
than 40, but it is lower than 43.
69. Oh,
Nice.
AC was 41. No, you could not fail.
Nice.
69 is better than
Several
anything I could
times.
ever roll.
Through the afternoon, you ask him about regenerating his eye, and he always redirects, asking questions. He seems thoughtful, and consistently, like, you keep bringing back the journal and asking him questions about that and about his relationship with Pharasma. And the more you talk to him, the more it becomes clear that he still follows her tenets. He still sincerely believes in the purity of death and moving through the cycle and her prophecy. And increasingly, the longer you talk to him, and this conversation takes 4 hours, by the way.
Oh God.
The more you talk to him, the more you kind of break down those barriers on him and force him to see that he is angry and that his actions were a betrayal of her, and that it's he who should seek penance, and that's even, I would imagine, some element of giving him hope that he can seek penance.
Yeah.
It's probably 6 or it'd be about 7 in the evening by the time you're done. And finally, he'll, when you ask him one final time about the regeneration, I think, and like there's some tear stains on his face. Well, only one. I think I would like to have my eye back, that I might better see a future for myself.
Pop it right in there.
Pyro will just kneel down and then begin casting Regenerate. It says it takes 3 rounds, so.
And
It's only
I guess
18
in
seconds.
hindsight, that's not that long, but whatever. It also heals him.
Thea hasn't seen it regenerate yet, so she's probably going to be watching as if, like, watching a starfish regrow its, like, limb. So she's going to be like...
And it also rids the subject of exhaustion and fatigue.
And as you are doing this, you can hear the wind song begin to play as the sun is setting on the horizon.
Yeah, so even more. Oh, wait. Oh, no, my spells are not maximized. It's been way too long for that. Never mind.
No, definitely.
I was like, oh, yeah. I was stuck on the real-time hours, not game hours.
But it's like watching a seed. At first, you see just a little mote of sunlight in his empty eye socket. The scabs smoothing over into just bare flesh. And then that little mote of light begins to grow. You can see it spreading roots in his eye and or in the socket, and beginning to grow and swell, taking on less of a light color and more of a white color. And as it grows outward, it darkens and fills in the rest of the socket into a pitch black eye, which matches, he has 2 black eyes. But then the spell continues, and the eye begins to lighten, turning to an orange and then to a gold, and beginning to emanate a faint hint of sunlight that shines from it. And he kind of starts to pant and gasp a little. I feel as though I see anew. A world that was never here before. Painted in colors I cannot describe. What have I done? What have I done? this is where we're gonna end tonight.
Guess you were right, Steely.
Good job, y'all.
Called
But
it.
what?
Lem and Kyra. I want to give out 1 hero point per game session. I have to give Kyra 1 too, though.
No. You can give Lem
No,
one.
Lem that's what I'm saying. Lem absolutely gets 1. There's no question there.
I didn't do anything.
I
I
have
just made a
to
roll.
give 1 to Kyra, though. Doubling up today.
I didn't do anything but roll, Tim.
You talked with Karaya. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not interested in dice rolls. Come on.
But I rolled some nat 20s.
Ashley, that's all you roll these days.
Yeah, for real though. Can I have some of that?
You're like made out of natural
No.
20s.
Calm down, Talisman. Okay.
She just gets low damage rolls usually.
It's true. It's true.
Low damage, but she great on the skills.
You guys want to see how much XP you get for successfully redeeming our Deathanatus?
We love
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really glad we were able to do that.
Oh my god, Alvin, I just saw your cat cross the camera, like his tail. It was just like a little shark fin moment.
As a
Yeah, it did
reminder,
look like that.
our Deathanatus, beating him in combat was worth.
And
Good lord.
come here, sit on my lap.
Beating
Come
him
here.
was worth
Cat butt.
38,400.
38,400.
Redeeming him.
1 million.
1 million.
Did it
9.
not work?
69,000.
No,
No, sir.
not in our chat.
I forgot to tell you,
69
I
XP.
think all the macros got whammed.
Frack! Hang on, let me fix it.
Because my aura hasn't fixed up.
What the hell is
I gotta
that?
restart
What?
the API. Yep, API crashed.
Profession Redeemer.
Profession Redeemer?
You rolled a nat 1.
Alright, once I
Got
get
a
the
40.
Perfectly rolled.
Hey
There,
guys,
okay.
you want to see how I redeem people?
Yeah,
Fireball.
let's see. Let's see how you do
There's
it.
the XP.
Oh my god, Sione,
Wait,
no!
What the hell?
Oh,
Oh no.
that's
No,
not right.
no. Oh no, it might have screwed up your XP.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no.
Well, you can go back in chat and find what the total is, no?
Yeah.
Didn't do that much rolling today. Lucky you.
You forgot to
Yeah.
put in the next level, did you?
Hey,
No,
guys,
I didn't.
I got
had
a quick-
comma in it. Okay.
I have a
Oh.
quick math question.
Okay, third time's the charm.
Yes.
No math in this.
2d6
There it is.
times 13.
51,000?
51,000, nearly
26,
double his
right?
combat value just for redeeming.
Oh my gosh.
To be fair, you have to roll 3 consecutive DC 41 diplomacy checks.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's
your
better.
level,
that's
that's-
accurate.
That's just,
That's significantly high.
that's not very realistic normally.
Wait, is that
Yeah,
max?
that's why you like the bonus from the journal and the somebody being a
You
follower
picked
for
up
us. That's really nice.
disintegrate.
I sure did. I'm gonna redeem everyone I can.
Oh no. I don't think that's the redeeming ray. Also, I normally give you guys the book's artwork whenever you get to certain scenes, and at the end of an adventure, if you hadn't anything that you missed or that is maybe just bonus artwork, I also share. You did miss 2 things.
No.
There was this fun scene that was if you got into the fight in the village.
Oh, yeah.
Which we
Aww.
were planning to do.
Olok's so bummed.
It's okay. We're going to the land of giants.
It kind
Yeah,
of makes
that
up
make
for it,
up
really.
for it.
Guys,
Yeah.
check out that sweet
One's
nipple
missing.
piercing.
I know, right?
There's this.
Huh. I've never seen that on the artwork before.
Our
Look at that
Deathanatus
nip.
first met
Oh.
Yamasoth in
Whoa.
Mountain.
Look at that gaping hole.
Can the stream see that or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
they
That
should.
thing looks smaller than it
I don't
Yeah,
think
they
it's
can.
on that scene.
Oh,
Fixed it.
It's not on that scene. There you go.
it was on there, yeah.
I don't see his eyeball, to be honest, though.
Cut off
It's
the-
funny, in the artwork, he has both eyes in all of the images he's in, but the description definitively
but didn't-
states he should not have that.
Didn't it?
Well,
The description
you
say
to
his eyes were
imagine,
glowing
though-
purple, though.
Mm-hmm. One eye
Was
is
it
glowing
just the
purple.
helmet? Oh, one eye. Oh, okay.
Imagine though that the spiky knee pads aren't spiky, but they're pointy shoes, and then look at him.
I already
I love
thought
it.
about that too.
No.
I love that.
He's little and cute.
You're not so scary anymore, little guy.
Little guy.
There it is.
That's a really cool.
Actually, there's a
artwork,
whole
though. I
bunch of
like that.
artwork that I forgot to upload, so I will just give you guys most of that next week. But
Okay.
this last one you've earned. And technically you earned it last week.
Oh,
Wow.
Hey!
If you wanted to see
Yo,
what that
that's
weapon he's holding
cool.
looks like.
Oh, I love Amiri.
That is a sweet halberd. I'm just throwing that out there.
That is so cool.
God, look at her holding that sword with one hand.
Look, she's ready to like fucking punch him with the claw. Look at that. She's like,
I don't need my
"I'm down."
sword. Wapa!
Like
That doesn't
deflect.
look like her
stab.
starter sword either. That's not the frost giant sword as far as I can tell.
Yeah, it is. It looks all jacked up.
It is.
Is it? I didn't think the frost
Yeah.
giant sword had the bottom part to the
That might be art differences,
No.
but look at how chipped and
That looks like
damaged
it's
it
the
is.
older art.
Oh,
Also that, yeah.
well,
Yeah.
that would do
Much older.
Ooh, very cool art.
it.
Very
So, yeah, I guess we probably should have named this one part 21 of Beyond the Doomsday Door, because technically you guys haven't started the interlude yet.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's the
Are you
epilogue.
sure it's
So-
21?
Ashlo, if you
The
watched this
epilogue.
far, you know what to do. All right,
Love
well,
you,
chat.
Ashlo.
That brings us to the end of today's game session. Thank you for watching all the way here with us. You can find this episode and all of our past episodes on our YouTube channel, along with some 5th edition D&D, some 1st edition AD&D, and whatever else we end up putting up on there. You can also find all of these lovely
Jesus.
people, well, most of these lovely people, on other websites on the internet like Twitch and Etsy at the links on the link tree that someone has likely just put in chat somewhere. Otherwise, we will be live again this coming Sunday, vaccine permitting, because I might be fucked up. This Sunday
You got
with
this.
our 5th edition homebrew game for Temple of Elemental Evil, and then again for a continuation of our Pathfinder game next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So,
Yes.
thank you guys so much for being here, and we'll see you next weekend.
Bye.